Okay, so when we last left off, the party had been traveling west, following a herd of zebras, and you have made it to orcish territory, where a friendly orc named Pug challenged Ariadna to a duel. She got beat down pretty badly, but the orc was good to his word and sent his fellow patrol orcs off to continue patrolling the border and offered to take you all in to see the old shaman, especially after Skippy bribed / paid the orc a gold piece with the promise of a platinum piece later. Is there anything that the group wants to do in this moment before you continue traveling with Pug?
I think I'm good, ready to go.
I might try to convince Vinny to throw me a heal since I'm still down pretty not great.
I think I'm mostly okay.
I'm good to go. How much do you need for healing?
Like 7 points, I think.
Vinny heals you up.
Yay. Thanks, Vinny. What nice arms you have.
All right. With everybody all patched up, Pug leads the way. And inside the borders of the Orklands, it's not much different visually from outside of the Orklands. It's a lot of barren desert, withering plants that had grown with the rains. You do see other herds of animals wandering the area. The difference is occasionally you'll see orcish hunters taking out a few as well to feed their own tribes. Pug gives you information as you're traveling, pointing out the hunters and how there are several different tribes inside the what he calls the borders of the Orklands. There's no formal agreement with outside allies or enemies as to what those borders are, but the orcs very steadfastly say that 2 days of walking from their central settlement is their borders, and they don't allow anybody inside there. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions for Pug about the orcs, you've got 2 days of travel time with him.
But I can't speak Orcish.
Well, he can speak common.
Did you say we have 2 days of travel?
Yes, 2 days of travel until you get to the center of Orklands.
So I guess we'd like, maybe we should start off by asking about, customs and how to navigate some of his particular tribe's society so we don't end up sticking our feet in places where they don't go.
I'm afraid that's inevitable.
You stick with Pug. Pug show you how to be like orc. Keep you safe. You just keep quiet if orcs come. Me talk them.
Sounds good.
Somewhere along the way, Gaelen will compliment Pug on his common and try and get a sense of how Pug and or the orcs in this region feel about elves, in particular Gaelen.
Elves live west. They stick to jungle. Orcs stick to desert. No mixing.
I would like to mention to Pug that my friend over here really likes mixing alcohol. That might be something that they have in common.
Orcs like good drink here. You have some good drink you share with Pug?
I'm happy to share my drink with noble Pug, of course.
Pug no say noble. And he takes a swig of your drink, swishes it around in his mouth a bit, and spits it out on the ground. No like elf drink. Not strong enough. Weak like water.
At which point, Fredwin falls over laughing.
Well, I would love to learn how Pug would make drink.
Ha! Pug no make drink. Pug buy drink. And with gold from little one, Pug buy many drinks when we get to settlement.
Maybe after we see your shaman?
Or before.
Or both. I'm a fan of both.
Might be better if Pug bring you old shaman first. If old shaman say you okay, Pug show you drink.
May have fitter and rid of shaman.
What you say about shaman?
I said I'm looking forward to meeting the shaman.
Okay. But he doesn't seem like he's really interested in talking to you all that much after that, and kind of shoots you looks every once in a while, like he doesn't really trust you.
I smile and wave happily at him every time he looks at me.
You he's fine with.
So I'm going to ask him if he would like to practice with me, maybe without actually hurting each other so much when I do my morning practice tomorrow.
Oh, practice without hurt? That's not very good practice.
Yeah, but I'm still a little on the squishy side. Still new to the whole fighting thing, and if I get hurt too much, then I'm no good against real enemies.
But if you no used to getting hurt, what happens when you get hurt in real fight?
I wouldn't say I'm not used to getting hurt. I would just say I would prefer to conserve my strength for my real enemies rather than for using it up on my friends.
You no worry about enemies in orc lands. Pug keep safe.
I appreciate that, Pug, but I have a feeling you would still worry about enemies if you were in the lands of someone who was a fine warrior and they promised to keep you safe.
Maybe true. Well, if you and me fight, Pug, take it easy on you. No guarantee you no get hurt.
I appreciate that, my friend. I have much to learn from you.
Yes, you do. During the travels, Vinny makes a bunch of good berries, and there's enough to go around for everybody, including Pug, but Pug refuses to take one. He kind of turns his nose up at the little berry and prefers to eat his trail rations rather than magic food.
If Gaelen notices that, then he'll make a point of trying to bring down some small game and sharing it specifically with Pug.
Yeah, you have no problem. You find a lot of food in the area, and it's more than enough for Pug's needs for the day. Elf hunt pretty good. Good food. Pug, thank you. And so the day carries on, and as the sun begins to set, Pug points off a short distance ahead and notes that there's a small settlement that everybody can rest at before continuing on with the day's travel tomorrow. However, when you get there, there are no orcs present, and Pug looks concerned.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
Can I look for signs of a struggle?
Yeah, give me either perception or investigation.
I'd like to aid him on that.
With advantage.
I'll take the 23, please.
Boom.
Yeah, so you turn this place upside down and you see no sign of a struggle. Rather, there are maybe 30 sets of footprints heading off to the south.
So what's in the south?
South more Orklands. For a while. Not sure why they leave settlement. All of them, even women and children.
Hopefully the undeads haven't arrived here.
From what Grun can see, there's no signs of undead, no bodies, nothing that would make you feel that way.
I don't sense any undead taint, and nobody forced the orcs from here.
Well, maybe your shaman will know what happened to them.
Do I know anything about the religion of these folks?
Give me a religion check.
Could I get in on that as well?
Yes.
I love how I have yet to actually roll a decent religion check.
Apparently, they're godless heathens.
Pagans.
Well, let me just ask my pal Pug here. I will let him know that I'm a paladin of the Silver Flame, and I've been having some difficulties with my connection to the divine, and I wonder if those things might be related.
Yeah, neither of you are really familiar with their religion, and Pug says, Pug, no benefit from gods. Shaman may know more about things like that, but me think shaman more interested in spirits of ancestors than gods.
Yeah, spirits are cool. Gods are kind of jerks half the time.
Well, these seem to be pretty dark times. I know that my other companions here who do have connections with the divine and even the dead have been very concerned. So if your spirits are active and speak with your people, perhaps they send them away.
Me no know. Me ask old shaman tomorrow when we get to main settlement.
Do you think it's safe to sleep in this town now that it's empty?
I think it's safer to sleep in a town than it is on the ground.
But I think I value Pug's opinion more than yours, Fred.
We still in Orklands, should be safe.
Perhaps we should keep a watch just in case.
I think that's a great idea.
Well, I'll take the first watch because I have to pray at dusk anyways.
I'll take the last watch.
I'll take middle watch, I guess.
That would cover it.
Okay. You guys sleep through the night, and there's no problems whatsoever. It's a calm and extremely quiet night in the desert. Grun, you got all 3 spell slots today.
Woo woo.
Well, once everybody's done, I'll suggest that we should probably carry on.
Well, I like to start my morning with a little prayer and practice myself.
I like to start my morning a little later, like in the afternoon.
Grun would actually be willing to practice with you in the morning if you wanted.
Sweet. Me, you, and Pug, eh?
It sounds like Fizzle wants to go too.
Oh, wait, sorry. So if Pug's involved, then Grun's gonna like sidle away.
You're just gonna watch? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, not even watch. Like if he sees that Pug's involved, he's not even gonna like come over to involve himself. Most of the party would have realized at this point that Grun's not. He's avoiding the orc.
So Pug approaches Ariadna, and he looks you up and down, a look of mixed confusion and uncertainty on his face, and says, "So, practice no hurt. How we do this? Do me punch you? So no axe?"
Well, I've got myself in this one, haven't I? I don't know. Help me out here, Ryan. You said before that people in the army train in the morning. What do we do?
Oftentimes with the army training, it's just with weapon forms. So you use a weapon, but you're not using it against someone else. They may have training dummies. They might have archery butts that you fire at, but it's not so much fighting other combatants, usually, unless it's with training weapons.
Well, I did say practice, not fight. So maybe I can explain that to Pug.
If it would help, Canary, we could demonstrate.
Oh, that'd be nice. Let's do that.
Gaelen throttles her. No, he does not do that.
Aw.
Could you roll, and if you get a 20, you do?
So you guys go through your normal training regimen, showing Pug how you can practice your footing and your weapon motions, or in case of Gaelen, punches and kicks and all that kind of stuff.
And scratching. Don't forget scratching.
And scratching. And the Pug just kind of shakes his head and walks away.
That might have been the best outcome here.
I think you're correct.
So you guys go through your morning routine. Is there anything else that you guys want to do before you set off for the day?
I don't think for me. I'm pretty much always ready to go.
I'm set.
Yeah, I guess I'm okay.
Okay, so you guys head off in the early morning. Today is getting hot compared to previous days that you've had. It's not to the point where you would have to stop traveling during the middle of the day, but it's also not incredibly comfortable.
Sweating in my tin can.
Yeah, pretty much. And as you get closer to the main settlement, you see that there are more and more of these smaller settlements set up, and each one of them is empty. And with each discovery of these empty settlements, Pug becomes more and more withdrawn, and he's not engaging anybody in conversation. And he seems a little bit skittish, like he's looking around a lot very quickly. Obviously seems unsettled.
This will get Skippy acting more and more nervous as well.
I'm going to go over and attempt to engage Pug in conversation and ask him if he has any idea what's going on, and if there's anything we can do to help.
Pug never seen anything like this before. Pug not sure what any of you could do to help. Pug just want to get to main settlement fast.
We will try not to delay you.
Do you need a hug, Pug?
He glances at you and squints menacingly before stalking off faster ahead of the group.
Okay, I'll take that as a no.
Although it probably means yes.
Everybody needs a good hug every now and then. So you guys continue on, and it's getting to be late afternoon when you see the largest settlement yet that you guys have come to, with hundreds of tents and small buildings set up with like very large bones as support structures. Everything's covered in various colored hides. You see some zebra hides, what look like lion, basically all the different creatures that you've seen in the desert. The orcs obviously hunt and use everything from them that they can. But again, as you get to the settlement, you find nobody is living in this area. Can
you tell how long it's been since somebody's been there?
I will need a survival check for tracking.
How about I'll do that and you can aid me.
Sounds like a plan. So close, but yet so far.
Again, so close and yet so far.
You see again that the tracks are headed primarily south, and you guess that it happened within the last couple of days based on how fresh they are, and given that blowing sand tends to cover tracks fairly quickly in the desert. But around here in the town, you do see markings that have been sheltered by the tents and structures that are set up around. And you do also notice that there are footprints coming from the north in this area.
Different type of footprints.
It's a real mixed bag. It's hard to tell. It looks like there's a lot of orcish footprints again. Pug figures that they might be coming from more northern settlements heading south, but there are also tracks for animals as well.
And the tracks that are leaving are all leaving south.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's headed south.
Well, I don't suppose anyone left a note.
You can give me investigation or perception checks to start looking through some of these eastern huts and stuff if you want.
I have investigation +3.
I'll go look for some stuff.
I'll aid Skippy, even though I'm not particularly good at investigation.
I'm also looking for food, though, too. I mean, not to slight him, but I'm tired of Vinny's berries.
Oh yes, thank you for that. That reminds me, Gaelen will be definitely looking for some container of alcohol.
Well, if you're sick of Vinny's berries, you'll be happy to know he only had one today, and he ate it himself.
Okay, I'll mark off a ration.
Well, I'll still try and gather food for everybody when given the opportunity.
Sure, you gathered enough food for 3 people to eat today during your travels.
Grun will take a ration.
It seems to me we have a question here. Do we continue to the east, or do we make our way south to find out what happened to the orcs?
But before we get to that, there were some investigation rolls made. Skippy and Fredwin. You don't find anything in the surrounding tents, and that's more odd than anything. That it appears when the orcs who lived here left, they took everything with them. Like they didn't leave any food or clothes. There's really nothing left behind that would be useful, other than the huts and tents themselves.
Were there like wagon tracks or anything, or are they carrying everything down?
There were no wagon tracks, so if they took everything with them, they're carrying it all on their backs.
What does Pug think about all this?
Pug is he's continued further on west while you guys were looking, but he's not going like too far ahead of you. He's just looking impatiently back at you while you're doing your thing, and obviously wants to continue on towards the west, where you can see a triangular structure ahead that's taller than most of the rest of the buildings and tents.
Well, I say Pug's people his call. Shall we follow?
I would try to convince Pug that our best strategy right now is to figure out what's with this book, and the best way to do that is to talk to the shaman. So we really need to find out where the shaman is.
I think she's to the west, if I understood what he said before.
Yeah, so too much south is, eventually we're heading away from where we're going.
I think we should at least figure out what's going on with the orcs, what's causing them to flee to the south before we start heading anywhere. Whatever could cause a disturbance like that, we should at least know what's going on.
Well, but our local guide here says that our best bet of finding out what's going on is to go talk to the shaman, who should be close by, from what he said.
Yeah, that's my vote.
Yeah, we can. I agree. We can go and see where the shaman was, but I don't think she's going to be there. I think that they've already gone south.
Gaelen doesn't contribute any more to the conversation. He's too busy digging through everything frantically.
Pug is continuing to wait, but you can see him looking towards the west more and more as you guys discuss your options, and he starts to head off without you.
Wait, he heads west or south?
He's going west towards the triangular structure.
Hey, wait up!
Let's at least follow him there.
Yeah, Skippy starts to dash after him.
I mean, whatever it is, we're inside of it, so let's go.
Okay, you guys catch up to Pug, and he continues leading you towards the triangle. And as you get closer, you can see a single figure hunched and sitting against the what appears to be a small pyramid. And she's clearly an orc, green-skinned, with long, gray, greasy hair hanging down from underneath a hood. And you can see that she's got a large staff in her hands that's topped with a crystal that she's caressing softly. And as you guys get closer, within about 100 feet of where she is, she calls out, "I saw them coming, but could do nothing. What can you do against a sleepless foe, immune to the rigors of the desert? They have turned us against ourselves. He said if I defend the ruins until he emerges, no more harm will come. Our people can live. I hope you understand why I do what I must to protect the orcs from the foul undead."
Wait, and you believed this guy?
The undead will spare no one. They spared no one at Korthun. They will spare no one here.
And they honor no deals.
What choice do I have? They have sent all of my people south towards far greater dangers than themselves. I cannot allow you to enter the ruins. I cannot allow you to interfere.
What? Let's pause for a second here before anybody gets violent and explain. Hey, we have this magic book you might want to look at that might have some answers.
Fred,
Yeah.
maybe let's figure out what's going on first before you give away the big thing we're not supposed to tell people about.
Well, I already figured out what's going on. She got a bum deal.
I will kind of clutch at the book in my backpack protectively.
A book. He said nothing of a book. No. He seeks the Ancient One below.
Who is this ancient one?
I know not. I cannot read the pictures and runes inside the ruins.
How long ago did they enter?
When the sun rose this day, he came. He has been below ever since.
Do you know who he is?
No, he did not say, but he is evil beyond anything I have known.
Right, well, he sounds real trustworthy.
I have no choice but to trust him. I have no choice. You cannot enter. I will stop you.
How many undead went with your orcs? Perhaps there's a chance that we could together create a chance to free your...
The shaman's lip trembles, and she says, "Some of my kin have already been turned. The undead, countless beyond number. First there were the hounds. The hounds tore through our scouts to the north. And I thought to protect my people, to send them further south. But my own kin, undead and twisted, poured south with the hounds. They murder as they go. They will kill the rest of my people if you go into these ruins."
I look at Pug, and does he look like he's picked a side here?
He's standing in front of your party, and he appears distraught when he hears that the undead have come and have started to pillage the orcish lands and have scared all of his people south.
Is there any way to gain any insight to if a fight broke out, where he would stand?
You can give me an insight check, sure.
I would like to ask Pug. what he thinks of this, because he told us he would be our guide here.
Pug not sure. Pug protect orcs, but orcs hurt. Orcs flee. The ones who hurt orcs in ruins. Pug want go in ruins and smash threat. And when he says that, the shaman says, Pug no enter ruins either. No one enter ruins. I forbid it.
Pug, she's obviously under the control of this evil creature.
Pug draws his axe.
She's just scared for her people and doing what she thinks is best. I don't think that she is at all evil.
Step aside, noble old woman. I am in no mood for your martyrdom.
If it is a fight you seek, I will give it to you.
Well, no. It's not a fight we seek. We were just trying to figure out, how to make you believe that it's in your best interest to work with us, because the guy that you made that deal with, he is totally not trustworthy. I can guarantee you that.
It's not a fight we seek.
I don't want to fight.
No, Grun's gonna walk forward. And he's gonna put his cloak back, and he's gonna look at the old woman. He says, "That man you speak of just left Corthune to come here, and in his wake he left none alive, I believe. He killed the man who was my father. He's killed everyone within that town that we ever knew. No hesitation, no sparing. He has no intentions of honoring his deal with you. He has no intentions of following through. He will do to you and your people as he did to mine and ours. So at least let us do something. If it's not stop him, to find some hint of his plan, to find some means to stop this, and perhaps save what we can."
Give me a persuasion check. And that's specific to Grun.
I would also pipe in and say that he wouldn't have bothered to make a deal with you at all if he didn't think that there was something you could do to slow or stop him.
She listens to your words, but remains where she is and holds her staff out in front of her and says, Go! Leave the orc lands. If he is without honor, as you say, save yourselves.
We are pledged to save as many as we can. Saving ourselves first is not something we can do.
Grun will just look at the woman and say, "Is there truly no other way?"
I cannot take a chance when the good of my entire people is at stake. He said that my people can live, and if he lies, so be it. But if he is truthful, I cannot take that chance. I cannot allow you to enter.
In that case, Grun will turn to the party and say, "We should go west. We should leave the fate to this." He's just going to kind of walk to the back of the party.
But we may be handing him something as powerful as the book.
We at least know he should not get this book. If nothing else, let us keep that from him.
Skippy will look to the other party members' faces looking for input.
I don't know. See, here's the thing. If he set this person out here, this shaman, and pardon me, I think you're very noble, but if he set this shaman out here to stop us, then that must mean that he's worried that we can do something to stop him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have bothered to do that. Now, we know that he lied to her to get her to guard here. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. I understand that, you want to protect your people, but here's the thing. There's something we can do here.
I think that's a large assumption.
Well, that's what I always do, making large assumptions out of whatever.
Personally, I have no problem walking away and, saving myself or not or whatever. But I've got a bone to pick with that guy.
I am inclined to continue on the mission we were given, which is to get the book to the Elflands.
Fine.
You talk of book. Book nothing. Enemy threaten orcs. Orcs fight back.
There are many ways to fight back, my friend.
Pug no one.
Denying the enemy something he dearly wants is one way to fight back.
Pug's got his axe and he charges forward towards the shaman.
Gaelen will charge with him.
Oh, well, I guess we're doing this.
Skippy will pull out his crossbow.
All right, anybody who is joining in the fight, please roll initiative.
Fred wants to toss a ball out of his bag and see what it comes out to.
Grun steps back and doesn't.
Oh, that sword is so nice.
Yes, it lets me be the first dummy in the charge. I'm not sure it's the best idea.
Okay, so you guys are 100 feet away from the shaman, and Ariadna, you get to go first.
Well, we're charging, right? So I guess we should charge. I will dash my 60 feet or whatever.
Okay. Okay, so Ariadna, you took your movement. Is there anything else you're doing?
Nope, I guess not.
Okay. Next up is Gaelen.
Gaelen will close his, what is it, 45? 35. Yeah, it's 45. Gaelen will close his 45, draw his longbow, and fire.
Okay, that was a hit. On her spell, you see she casts a spell in front of Ariadna. A spiritual weapon appears and attacks. And misses quite badly. Okay, that's her turn. Fredwin, you're up next.
Okay, so I'm going to toss a ball out of the bag of stuff. And that becomes a weasel.
Oh, you finally get to name it.
Well, the weasel's name is Yolanda. And I ask the weasel to go and try to attach itself to the orc woman's face.
Okay, what's its movement?
Its speed is 40 feet, so it's going to take it a couple turns, I guess.
Well, how far did you throw the ball?
Well, I threw it toward her, so how hard can I throw a ball?
I think when you pull it out of the bag, you don't really get to toss it. It just comes out of the bag at your feet, right?
Oh, I can throw it up to 20 feet, it says.
Okay. So it is right up alongside Ariadna. And is there anything else that you're doing on your turn, Fredwin?
I'm going to move as far as or as close as I can to get myself in range.
30 feet.
Sounds good.
Okay, next up is Skippy.
All right, I would like to move basically as close as I can. That'll be 25 feet and still fire.
Okay, you'll be firing with disadvantage at that range.
Okay.
It's a miss.
Oops.
Actually, Skippy, I think you can dash as your bonus.
I moved as my... Oh, no, I guess movement isn't a bonus. I could dash. That gives me double movement. Does that change?
You would still be outside of your minimum range or maximum range for not having advantage.
Okay.
But you're right beside Gaelen now, using your dash action. And Pug charges forward, and he is on the other side of the spiritual weapon from Ariadna. That's as far as he can get. And we go back to the top of the order, Ariadna.
So how far am I from the shaman now?
You have to move 35 feet to be in close range with her.
Awesome, because I got 30 feet of movement here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move by 30 feet.
Okay.
And I suppose I will prepare an attack just in case she happens to get closer. Or some other thing she summons gets close.
Sounds good. Gaelen, you're up next.
Okay, so I'm with about, what was it, about 50 still?
Yeah, about 50 feet away.
So I'm in exactly the same position because I can move 45, which is 5 short. So I will move 45, and I will shoot.
Okay.
I can't believe we were standing the entire length of the football field yelling at this woman rather than getting up closer than this. This is ridiculous. From now on, we need to get closer before we attack stuff.
I think the point was she wasn't letting us get too close without attacking.
That's a hit. And it's her turn. Gaelen and Ariadna, please make Constitution saving throws. Okay, Ariadna, you failed. Gaelen, you passed, and Pug failed. Gaelen, you take 5 damage. Ariadna, you take 11.
Okay. Huh. Here's a question for you. That whole interception thing, does that work on spells?
I don't think so. And anyway, there's a 5-foot gap between you and Gaelen.
We need to clarify that, though, probably.
Yeah, I'd have to read the skill description. After she casts the spell, she takes a huge overhand swing with reach at Ariadna without getting into your 5-foot space, and misses again, and then promptly disappears and shows up 30 feet away. And that's her turn. So she's moved 30 feet to the left of Ariadna now.
Oh, son of a...
Misty Step.
Yeah, Misty Step. Now it is Fredwin's turn.
So how far away am I from her now?
1 second.
Okay, Ariadna, your interception reads, when a creature you can see hits a target with that is within 5 feet of you with an attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage. So if it's a spell attack, I think that would... It doesn't say melee attack.
And you said 5 feet?
Yes, however, I don't think she rolled to hit, which then it wouldn't necessarily constitute an attack.
That's right. There was no spell attack roll. That was a save, so it wouldn't have helped on that particular spell. Fredwin, you are 80 feet away.
All right, so I am going to toss another animal out of this bag. It gets 3 per day.
Move forward first, maybe?
And move forward. Well, I mean, at the same time, I guess, or whichever it works.
If you move forward first and then throw the animal 20 feet, then the animal has its movement and can probably get to her.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. All right, so I move forward 30 feet and then toss this ball 20 feet, which then becomes, well, that's a tiger.
Nice.
And the tiger can move 40 feet on its turn. So I assume he can close the distance, right?
Yeah, he can get right up to the shaman.
So I'm going to ask the tiger to bite her face off. And I think his name is George.
Getting vicious, Freddy.
Well, she already hurt you.
I see.
That's a hit.
Way to go, George. Look at that. Oh, I should have had him pounce. I didn't read about that. Oh, well. Too late now.
Skippy, it's your turn.
All right, how far away from her am I?
Wait, was the weasel able to get to her?
Okay, so it's still 5 feet away from the shaman.
I bet she's intimidated now.
I bet. She's not looking like she's in a very good way here. So, Skippy, what was your decision?
I wanted to know how far away from her I am.
75 feet.
My range is 30/120.
Yeah, so if you fired from here, you'd be at disadvantage.
Oh, I'm going to dash in the rest of the way. Sorry. I'll do another 25 in, and that should put me in normal. That should put me, give me a sneak attack because there's the tiger on her right now, right?
Sorry, you did your regular movement and you're taking dash movement as well?
Yeah, because I can do that for my bonus attack, or for my bonus action.
Okay, then yeah, you're within 20 feet of her, so you don't have disadvantage anymore.
Okay, and because the tiger's there, I get my sneak attack as well, right?
That's right.
Oh, I rolled a 1 in there and it had to re-roll. So that's an 18. Does that hit?
That hits.
There you go.
Okay, she's still up. And Pug gets to run in, but he's not going to make it.
Oh no, Pug.
And back to the top of the order, it's Ariadna's turn.
Well, I guess I will approach the target again.
Yeah, you'll be able to get up into range to make an attack if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. With inspiration, I think. Can I use inspiration on an attack roll?
Yep, inspiration can be used on an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check.
Should maybe use it on that saving throw back there.
That's a hit. Okay, she is really hurting after that one.
Can I say surrender?
Yep, you can say that.
I mean, I don't think she's very likely to, but I'd like to offer the option.
Yeah, you say that, but she doesn't drop out of like a combative stance or anything. Gaelen, you're up.
Gaelen will charge and close on her, shouting, "Keep fleeing, noble hag! I can do this all day!" Corkscrew hit.
Noble hag? Like, are you trying to insult her or compliment her at the same time?
As you charge in, yelling about her being an evil hag, Pug gets his axe in the way, which you trip over on your way, and you land face first in the dirt in front of her. And it's her turn.
Am I deprived of my bonus?
Yeah, you're laying on your stomach with no movement left, so you don't have anything to get up with and attack.
Your bonus action is to spit the dirt out of your mouth.
I could attack from prone.
It's a disadvantage, though, to attack from prone, right?
Yes, that's right.
I mean, if you want to take a kick or something, I guess I could give you that.
Sure, I'll try and elbow her knee or something.
I would like to use my bonus action to facepalm.
That's a hit. All right. She is really, really hurt. But she gets one more turn, and she's gonna shatter the whole group of you. Fredwin, make Constitution saving throws for your tiger and weasel. Gaelen, make your save at disadvantage. Ariadna, Constitution save, and Skippy, Constitution save.
Ow.
Do I get to double damage if you guys roll ones on your saves? Just kidding. Okay, so all of you take 15 points of damage, and she also takes the damage because she's in the radius of the spell when she casts it, and she goes down.
All right, and so when she goes down, Grun's going to be like, "That's enough!" And he's going to run forward and use Healing Word on her.
Gaelen also goes down.
Ari too.
Skippy stands mightily and faces whatever it was.
Oh, wow, so everybody went, okay.
George is fine, but poor Yolanda.
Did the weasel die?
Very frozen she looks.
Did she go pop?
Apparently. George is very upset.
Okay, so if all those people went down, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to first go over to the old orc. I'm going to divest her of her magic items, and then I'm going to cast... oh, sorry, we're not 3rd level yet. I'm going to cast Healing Word on everybody, party members first, and then the old lady once she has her magic stuff removed.
Okay, so the ordering is going to be important here because they're going to be making death saves. So what are you doing first?
So, sorry, who in the party went down again? Ariadna and Gaelen?
Gaelen.
All right, so Gaelen, by benefit of friendship, goes up first, then Ariadna, followed by the lady. And given that Healing Word's a bonus action, I don't know if that helps.
So are you stripping her of her stuff before you cast Healing Word?
You use the action to strip her of her items. Use my bonus action to heal Gaelen. My next turn will be action to, I don't know, ensure I've gotten all of her magic items. Heal Ariadna. Last turn will be to heal the woman. And I'll have used my action to bind her hands on that turn.
Okay, so we won't bother rolling death saves for anybody. Or actually, if you roll bad enough... okay, so Gaelen went up first. Ariadna, give me one death save, please.
How do I do that again?
Just roll a die 20, and if it's 10 or higher, it's good. If it's 9 or lower, it's bad. If it's 4 or lower, it's really bad. Oh, you're fine.
I don't suppose rolling a 20 on that means I get healed by myself, right?
You get 2 successes. You get 2 successful saves with a nat 20.
Yeah, so you're there's no negative consequences, but then the next turn, Grun gets you up anyway, so you don't have to worry about any more death saves after that.
And everybody healed this way is going to have 7 hit points.
Roger that.
Which, oddly, is how many I had before I went down.
Well, it sounds like maybe I had done something similar before.
Oh, no. She just hit me really hard earlier.
Oh, you mean immediately before? Okay, yeah, fair. Sorry. That makes more sense.
What's Pug doing?
Yeah, Gaelen wants to know.
Wait, are we still in combat turns or something?
We had just been doing turns to determine Grun getting people up because there were death saves, but he has now tied the shaman's hands behind her back before healing her, so it's outside of combat now.
So I'm going to pick up the staff she had and take a look at it.
Yeah, it's a really nice staff. It's made out of well, you can give me a nature check to see if you know what kind of wood. But there's a large crystal ball entwined in the end of the staff as well. It's an acacia wood staff, and it's got runes carved into the haft of it, and it's quite nice looking.
Did that last blast also hit Pug?
It did. He's looking hurt, but he's still kneeling beside the shaman and holding her after she gets back up.
I would like to cast Identify on this staff.
Absolutely. It is a +1 magic staff, and the crystal on the end of it is good enough quality that you'd be able to cast like a clairvoyant spell using it instead of having a separate crystal ball.
That's cool. Anyone mind if I keep that?
Well, she might.
Grun very much minds.
Boils of War.
Except she's neither dead and we are not at war.
There's that.
All right, you guys ruin all my fun.
Ugh.
I'm going to go pet my tiger and make sure she's okay.
All right. So the shaman struggles at the bindings, fails to get free, and Pug says, "You did your best to stop us. You stop now, or next time you go down, Orc here not bring you back. You did your job. Now we do ours." And she just hangs her head in defeat.
When Pug calls Grun an orc, Gaelen will give Grun a nudge on the shoulder.
Grun doesn't look pleased by the comment.
I'm going to loudly whisper to Gaelen, ever again insult an orc's mother or his shaman.
Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. I'm not going into combat with that thing by my side again. Pointing at Pug.
He growls at you, and he picks up his axe and keeps it at hand even as he holds the shaman.
Grun is going to walk up to the shaman and Pug He's going to look at Pug and he says, your duty now is to protect her and keep her safe. Should all go wrong, you must keep the two of you alive and inform anyone you can of what is happening here.
Pug go south, find people, rally them against undead. You go in ruins. You find him who made her fight us. End him. And we be friends.
No, we won't be.
Why you guys, just back off just a little bit for a while. Let's just I guess it's the battle thing.
Did I miss something? Why are we mad at Grun now? Or not Grun, the orc.
Pug.
Okay, well, let's just go inside this ruins thing if that's what we're doing. Come on, let's go. Enough talking.
I kind of hesitantly start walking after her.
Are we all
Yeah,
going?
I go with her, and the tiger comes with me.
Okay.
Gaelen will join them, but not turn his back on the orcs.
Pug picks up the old shaman and starts carrying her south. At this point, it is beginning to get dark. It's late. You're all battered and tired from the fight you just had. What are you going to do?
I think we should return to that nearby orc settlement, rest of the night, come up with some kind of a plan, and maybe perhaps keep an eye out for them leaving for perhaps an ambush if we can get them on their way out as opposed to having to wander who knows what inside. That would be more to our benefit.
But we don't know what they're going in to get. Like, maybe too late if we wait until they're done.
Right. So where the ruins are in the image that I just shared with you guys are right in the middle. That yellow square cut into quarters is the pyramid that are the ruins she's talking about, and the settlement is all around that. So you don't have to leave the ruins to get to the settlement.
Perfect.
I went along with this whole let's fight the shaman thing because you all were charging in, but I think this whole thing is foolish. Whoever's in there not only wasted an entire city that was defended by an army, but also, according to you both, killed the sand snake. What do you think the group of us can do about that?
Grun agrees that we should probably be actually taking this book.
But why would someone that powerful want to stop us by asking this old shaman to stop us? Like, maybe he's vulnerable in there.
Who said us? We might not be the threat that he's concerned about. And she was possibly just an early warning system that, hey, somebody's here.
Fair point, well made.
Also, if he's that evil, he could have just been toying with her.
I think it's quite foolish to take this thing that we know he wants into a place where he has command of the territory and give it to him over our corpses. Because I think that's what's going to happen if we walk into those ruins.
Skippy is looking confused and like he's weighing the options in his head as he looks back and forth from Ari and the rest of the people.
I mean, the reason we left Carthun in the first place was this book, to get somebody to tell us what this is, what the importance of this book is, and expressly to keep it out of the hands of this person. Despite how much I would love my revenge upon this man, we're not capable of that.
Not yet, anyway.
Maybe we should just vote on it?
I agree. In the chat, so it's nice and clear.
Gaelen doesn't seem particularly engaged in the conversation at this point. He's digging through stuff.
What stuff?
Any stuff like tables, chairs, whatever's around. Popping into houses.
Strange.
I think he needs a drink.
Definitely needs something.
Okay. Sounds like everybody's good for heading west. Skippy has been outvoted. So as I said, it is getting late at this point. Are you guys just going to camp out in one of the buildings in the settlement for the night.
Yeah, if we're leaving, I think we should just leave now and get as far as we can.
I agree, because where was that orcish settlement that was that we had left to come to this one? Like how far travel was?
There have been a few settlements along the way. The first one that you found was a day away, but then there were a few more along the way today that were closer.
So yeah, so could we go to the next closest one of those that we traveled to today, so that we at least have that separation between us and this being?
Given that you've already traveled all day today, you can, but you're going to be rolling exhaustion checks if you continue to travel today.
What does everyone think on that one?
I think we could risk one exhaustion check.
I don't know. I think if we stayed in town and found a nice defensible building, we'd be better off.
I'm with Fred on this one.
Okay, so find a nice defensible building at the outskirts of this settlement, and make it as safe as we can.
Maybe the western outskirts.
Northwest, the complete opposite direction of his interest.
Yes, let's.
Okay, so towards the outskirts of the settlement, you're not finding what you would call defensible buildings. It's more simple huts and tents the further out you go. Any buildings that you would want to call defensible would be closer to the ruins.
How far away from the ruins would be the furthest out structure?
Like you've got, if you look at that image that I shared, the inner ring closest to the ruins is all structures made out of wood, and then there's a few dotting around in the next closest circle, but then it's all tents and stuff outside of that. So you can get maybe like 300 feet away and still have a building that you could call defensible.
Let's do that then. We'll definitely be doing watches tonight.
I'll take a watch.
Me too.
Grun as well. Same thing as before, if possible. First watch.
But I'd like to point out that Skippy looks pretty beaten up.
Yeah, Gaelen has comes out of one of the houses carrying a cask which he's drinking from, and says, "Fine, if we're hunkering her down, let's have a short rest and then a long rest."
Freddie, can you and Fizzle keep watch while we have a short rest?
Yeah, me, Fizzle, and George got it covered.
Grun is also going to go on that first watch because, he's going to take the time of the first watch to go and do his prayers.
And Gaelen will heal one of his hit dice during the short.
I will also heal one of my hit dice during the short.
Me too.
It's amazing the difference of an hour will make. And then we're doing a long rest after that.
Hey, Ari, don't paladins have a D10 hit dice?
Do we? Oops. I should redo that, shouldn't I? Some things are just fate, I guess.
I was going to say, what were the odds?
Well, if my brain weren't squishy with this cold, I would calculate them for you.
I was actually thinking there might be
1 in 10
on this group that could tell us what the exact odds of you rolling the same on both were.
Okay, are we doing anything else during the short rest, or are we just doing the transition right into a long rest?
Let's just transition right in. So what are the rules on the long rest again? We don't heal as much, right?
Right, it's 1 hit point plus your Constitution modifier, and you will all level up to level 3 in the morning.
And question for you: can we use another hit dice during the long rest?
It only mentions spending hit dice on short rest and regaining half your level in hit dice in long rest. So I think the hit points that you get back from the long rest are the 1 plus Constitution modifier, and any hit dice that you want to use had to be used on the short rest. But you could have used both of your hit dice on that short rest if you wanted.
Can I do that then?
Yep.
And then you'll have one of them back in the morning.
Well, that fixes it.
Okay, so you guys have your long rest. Through the night, you do hear odd sounds. It's more than wind. It's a soft moaning sound coming from somewhere outside of the building you're in. and it's almost constant throughout the night.
Can we roll perception to see if we could figure out what the sound is?
Yeah, who was up on first watch?
Me.
The moaning sound, you kind of poke out to take a better listen, and it sounds like it's coming from the direction of the ruins.
Does it sound like the moaning of the undead I'd heard before?
If it is, it's much softer than what you've heard the undead do before.
Okay.
Can you get a sense of the distance?
No, it's more direction. You have no idea how loud the source of the moaning is, so you can't really get a good judgment on distance.
Did you wake up all the party to let them know?
So you said it's go through all the night. So like, would everybody have heard it going to sleep?
Yeah, everybody would have heard it as they were starting to nod off.
So then, no, if you all went to sleep with that sound, I would let you continue your sleep.
If you guys want, I can maybe try to sneak back to the ruins and see what's making all the noise.
Were you asking that before we all went to sleep?
Yeah, sorry, I'm assuming this is like when we're all like lying in bed, listening to them grumble and stuff.
I think, honestly, unless it gets closer, we should ignore it. Again, we are horribly outmatched here.
Speak for yourself, I'm a level 3. Oh, I guess I'm not level 3 yet.
No.
You'll be level 3 in the morning after your long rest.
If you don't run off and get yourself killed anyway.
Let me put it this way. I have no spells to heal you if you go and get yourself hurt. So better to wait for the morning.
Yeah, and Vinny's used his spells.
Or I don't know, just wait till the morning and then leave.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys get a full night's sleep. There's no assaults on the building that you're in, and you all wake up well rested. Grun, you only have one spell. Oh wait, you're up to 4 spell
I'm up
slots
to
now.
4 first levels and 2 second levels.
Okay, I'll roll 3 more.
So I have 3 spell slots to divvy up as I want, or
Let's say the first 4 rolls that I did were for first level spell slots, and the last 2 rolls that I did were for the second level spell slots. Just to avoid any confusion, you have 1 second level spell slot and 2 first level spell slots.
okay. All right, yeah, because I was going to say, I don't know if it should be up to me or up to the rolls for which spell slots get what. So when we get up in the morning, Grun, looking very sheepish, is going to look at the party and go, I know what I said last night. However, I had a dream last night. Father Sean came to me, sent from Kelemvor, apparently at incredible risk. We need to enter the ruins. There are champions of the light, of good, housed in that ruins, and should he manage to raise them, things will just be exponentially worse than they currently are.
Am I assuming that I still had no divine anything going on?
Nope, your prayers have gone unanswered.
Right, well, before we talk about what's the deal with you and the orc, man? Why are you going to be a jerk to him?
My business with the orcs is my business with the orcs. I would think you to keep it that way.
I thought he was talking to Gaelen.
Oh, I wasn't sure, sorry. We were both a little bit dickish to him.
I just, I want to know why people are being jerks to people that seem otherwise decent to me.
My issues are with orc in general. I have no particular concerns for Pug.
So, Galen, why are you angry at Pug?
Are we all getting the silent treatment now?
No, I'm just thinking. Because Noble Pug tripped me up in combat.
Yeah, after you insulted his high shaman.
Oh, the one we were fighting.
The one you called a hag? Like I said, you never insult someone's mother or their high priest. Even if the situation is bad.
I can't say I thought he would take that more personal than when you hit her with your sword.
That's kind of an orc thing.
I thought you just tripped over his axe.
No, it was on purpose. But I mean, here's the thing: battle is honorable among tribes like this. Calling someone's, mommy a hag, not so much.
I suppose we have a different definition of honorable.
It's his, not mine.
Well, no, that's what I meant. We, as in he and I.
Put that aside, we must enter these ruins and prevent him from raising these champions of good. For if you can corrupt even them, I do not believe that my god or Father Sean would come to me if this was a task that was beyond us.
There might be lots of loot in that ruin.
That is true. I wonder if we should take the book in there, though. Perhaps we should hide it.
Give it to Kin Vin. Send him on his way.
No, I feel that we should hide the book within one of the tents nearby. I believe that should the worst come to pass and he leave over our corpses, he would spare this settlement no more thought. So far as he was aware, this place was clear, and why should we have the object which he seeks?
I am particularly not comfortable just stashing the book somewhere.
That or we leave Vin behind with the book in one of the more secluded areas and ask him to wait for our return. If we do not return within a set time, he should take the book west on his own as best he can.
Yes, maybe.
Is that what you want to do, Ariadna?
I think, large arms aside, Vin isn't particularly sturdy. So if we are going to leave him to guard the book, perhaps we should leave something to help guard him behind as well.
Oh, I have just the thing.
Well, we've also got an attack mule.
So now I have a giant hyena to help Vin guard the book.
And the mule. Don't forget to guard the mule.
So paranoid about the mule.
Gee, I wonder why.
The mule is far more important than any other party member.
All right, are we all ready to go and fight our way through an orcish hag again?
The shaman and Pug went south to go find their people.
Oh, did they left last, shortly after the altercation?
Yeah, as you guys were leaving, Pug carried the shaman away.
Okay.
Also, to clear up another thing, because I know there was a lot going on there, when Ailey went to go and give the staff back, Pug told him that he had fought honorably and he had won the right to wield it himself, and he wasn't going to untie the shaman anyway until they got back down to the south, so he had no hands with which to carry it. So Ailey has that magic staff.
Nice.
Hooray!
Good job, Fred.
It all came together in the end.
And they all lived happily ever after.
Well, you're happy. I mean, Pug ran off without remembering that you promised him a platinum piece.
Oh, yeah, right.
He was a little distracted with his shaman, but he might remember later.
Way to trick him, Skippy.
And, to be fair, he didn't exactly get us all the way to the information we were looking for safely, since his shaman then attacked us. Because he attacked her first.
True enough. Okay, so you guys have discussed what you're going to do. So what's the final word on this?
Tally ho into the ruins we go.
Tally ho. That's my vote for sure.
And we're leaving a druid with a book, with our
And a hyena and a mule.
and a hyena and a mule in a cart.
Yep, sounds good.
Best place we could hide them, whatever it might be.
That's probably the same place that you guys slept the night, because there's actually room in there to house the mule away from any kind of dangers. Okay, so you guys head back towards the ruins. And on the west side of the ruins, the opposite side of where you had fought the shaman, you see that there is a very large pile of dirt off to the side. And into the ground, you see a rough earthen staircase going down quite a distance before it comes to a lower part of this pyramid structure that you see on the top. You can see that there's a hole further down that the staircase leads to.
Guess we're gonna need a light. Unless they're torches or something lighting the way.
You don't see any light coming
I
from
have a
inside.
torch.
I have 10 of them.
That's weird. I also have 10 of them. I wonder who else has 10 of them.
Can I cast
I
Presto on my
don't.
staff to make it glow?
You can, but prestidigitation doesn't actually throw any light. It'll just make it look cool in the
That'd
dark.
be kind of annoying, probably. Okay, I won't do that then.
Okay, well, I suppose let's light up a couple torches and head down in there. I'll go first.
I'll take up the rear.
I will follow Ari, just to be handy for checking for traps and that sort of thing.
Gaelen will stay at the back with Grun, and I guess we'll pin the wizard in the middle.
Yes, I like that.
And I'm going to make sure that Skippy is real close to my back so that, I don't blunder into anything, if at all possible.
So should this just be like our standard, like operating, like this is our just standard order, marching order kind of thing?
It makes sense.
That it
It
does.
feels right to me.
I'm in agreement.
Let me know if you need me to hang back so you can look at anything, Skippy.
So the only downside to this marching is that it is the two people with dark vision at the back.
Okay, that's a fair point.
But I don't know that there's anything can be done about it.
Yeah, you're lighting up torches anyway.
You also could have it that Gaelen, you're just ahead of the wizard, and then the wizard and myself at the very back.
Yeah, that actually might make sense too, because then I can go forward or backward.
Exactly, you're the most mobile person. You can get around everybody very simply.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I've got the marching order set as Ariadna, Skippy, Gaelen, Fredwin, Grun. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, but you can call me Freddy.
Where's Fizzle?
He's with me always.
Like riding on your shoulder kind of guy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so Ariadna, are you holding one of the torches?
Yes. In my shield hand. But, like with my shield on my arm, I will drop the torch if I need to.
Sounds good.
Because I'm going in armed, dude.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's a good idea. So you guys head down these earthen stairs and come to the opening. What you find is there are large stones inside a room. It looks like whatever dug its way down here also broke apart the wall to get in. You see inside orcish runes, and there's also pictographs covering the walls. There's drawings of ancient figures bowing before a taller, more slender figure seated with a staff that radiates light from the top. Behind the seated figure are more like the ones kneeling in front of it, but they are colored white instead of dark, and they bask under the image of a sun. On the other wall is an army of the figures marching into darkness, smashing what can only be skeletal undead warriors. There is a sarcophagus in the middle of the room, but the lid appears to have been removed and broken ages ago as it is covered in sand and dust.
Can I read the runes that are around?
When you take a closer look, it's all nonsense, and you get the sense that this is the same language as what's in the book that you're carrying, or that Vinny's carrying now.
I can't make heads or tails of this.
Well, it's a good thing that we didn't ask the shaman to read the book, because she said she couldn't read this language, and it's the same language that's in the book. Is it not?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Certainly seems it.
You see any traps or anything around here, Skippy?
Okay, I start searching the walls and sarcophaguses and stuff like that, looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Anyone want to help me investigate?
I will.
While he's doing that, Gaelen will try and pattern up the tracks.
So you don't find any traps or anything in here, but you do find a stairwell behind another sarcophagus at the back of the room, and the stairwell leads down deeper.
I found a stairwell back here. It looks like it goes deeper into the ruins. Should I lead
Shall
the
we?
way?
Are there any other entrances and passageways from this room, or just this stairway?
The only thing you found is this stairway, and given the thorough search that you made, you figure this is the only way out of the room other than the way you came in.
Is there any tracks leading down the stairwell?
Give me a survival check.
I'll help.
I think if we go down same marching order, though.
You do see some disturbances in the dust on the way down the staircase. You can't make out any firm details on it, but something or some things have gone down this way.
I relay this information to the group and suggest we start heading down the stairs.
Let's go.
Well, all right then.
Yep, let's go.
I'm checking the stairs as we go down for traps too.
Investigation roll, please. Okay, you don't find any traps on the way down, and none go off either. So hooray. And you make it down to a deeper level. This room is larger than the first one that you found. There are quite a few pillars that line the room, obviously supporting the upper floor. There's more runes and pictographs that adorn the walls and pillars. Some of the pictures depict a stocky figure wearing a crown and holding a scepter, standing on a level with the others who raise their axes and turn their eyes up with looks of reverence. There are many such images of royal figures around the room, and several sarcophagi, all of which are empty.
I'll begin searching the room again, looking for any indication of like a secret door or traps or anything like that.
Okay, what's everyone else doing while Skippy's doing that?
I want to help try to determine how long ago these graves were opened.
I'm going to keep my senses pretty much all peeled for any actual immediate danger.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like observing everything that's going on as much as I can with my eyes.
Actually, I would actually rather do Eyes of the Grave. So until the end of my next turn, I got 60 within 60 feet. I can detect undead.
Oh, there's undead in here.
In here, where?
Yes, I know where. I don't know what.
Right. Hiding behind the pillars all around the room. There are undead.
I warn the party immediately. Behind the pillars.
Pooh.
Combat positions.
How big is the room?
So much for a nice, relaxing stroll into the big evil tomb.
The first floor was so easy. This floor is quite large. It's about 100 feet across and square.
Is there a corner or a position that's away from these statues and stuff?
Well, as you guys come down the stairs, you're more off to the west side of the room as you come down into it, and you're getting a sense that the undead are on the more towards the eastern side of the room.
So I'm going to gesture everybody back toward the stairwell, but not like into it. I'm going to hold like one side of the door to the stairwell.
Oh, there's no door.
Can Gaelen see anything in particular that Grun is like indicating towards, or just statues?
I warned you that they're behind the pillars. That there's undead
They're behind the pillars.
pillars.
Okay.
Yeah, they have complete cover, so you can't see anything.
If with a little bit of sidestepping, still nothing?
Give me a perception check.
Let me ask this question. Is Fizzle barking yet?
No, he's sitting there.
We need to have a talk with him about letting us know when things smell like undead.
To him, they're just bones, and there's lots of bones in here.
Frizzle doesn't actually smell anything, and Gaelen, you can't get a good look around the pillars.
Are you sure?
I'm certain. If you wish, I could. I can go test it.
Maybe I should do that.
What do you mean by test it?
See if we can't give them a poke, as it were.
Wait, maybe one of Freddy's balls should give them a poke.
Well, there's that, but I can give them a poke from a distance. I just need to be able to see a little bit of them.
Yeah, me too.
Freddy, what do you think?
Maybe I should sneak around the edge.
Well,
I'm guessing that doesn't let me see them.
No, you don't see anything as you peek around from where Gaelen was looking either.
Okay, help.
since we're not in combat, I think I'll go ahead and I don't know. I guess I can see if an animal can help us, but I only have 2 left for today.
You know what? I don't think we're saving them for some other special occasion.
Oh, hey, another hyena.
It's not a bad one.
Yeah, that's a good one to have. What color bag did you get?
Tan.
Nice. That's my favorite.
Okay, you've got a hyena. Were you throwing it 20 feet in front of you?
Yeah, I was kind of throwing it out there. And before, well, I don't know if that's going to cause anything to happen, but before I do anything else, while we're out of combat, I want to cast mage armor on myself.
Sure, no problem.
Actually, I'm going to check its duration, but I might cast something as well.
Yeah, you guys can prepare any way you want. Whatever undead are in here don't appear to be in a rush to come greet you.
Galen's just going to have his longbow drawn and ready.
I'm going to find a place to wedge my torch into so I can have my whole shield armor back. How about that?
Unfortunately, that means Gaelen has to put his cask away. Inconsiderate undead.
I don't think they're going to apologize.
And I'm not going to cast anything.
Better put away than broken.
Okay, so you guys are all prepared. Freddy throws a hyena 20 feet into the room, and it's close to the pillars where Grun was sensing the undead. It's about another 15 feet for it to go.
I whisper loudly to Freddy, "Why don't you have it look around?"
Well, I was just waiting to see if anything happened. I guess I'll ask the hyena to go and poke at one of the backsides of the pillars.
Okie doke. A swarm of darkness comes forward from behind the pillars, surrounding the hyena, and it's probably not going to like this.
Oh dear.
What was this one's name?
Clarence.
What's its armor class?
Oh my god.
A hyena's armor class is 12.
Nice, only 3 hits.
6 hits.
Oh, right, pluses.
Yeah, they get a +4.
+4, good to know.
The hyena takes 54 points of damage, and you guys see a whole bunch of shadows.
Backing up? We're backing up.
Backing up.
Yep.
Alas, poor Clarence.
Yeah.
Let not his sacrifice be in vain.
Yeah, right back up those stairs. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
Roll initiative, please, as the shadows turn towards you.
Of course. Oh my gosh. It's 2 ones instead of just 1.
That's twice as good.
Wait, that math hurts my head.
Well, fortunately, they rolled poorly for initiative, but they do start moving towards you. And we're going to start with, I believe Gaelen has the higher dex out of Gaelen and Ari. So Gaelen, you'll go first.
And they're how far away?
They're about 30. Yeah, 30. Well, wait, you're further back. 40 feet away from you.
And when you say they, does that mean like the closest one is like that, or they're all, and are they clumped? And how many are we talking about?
You see 8, and they're all clustered around the dead body of this hyena. And yes, there are 3 that are 40. Just double check this. Yeah, 3 that are 40 feet away from you that you can reach.
I think I'm going to shoot them. One of them, whichever one is closest to us.
Okay. 14 hits. And that's not a magic weapon that you're attacking with, right?
That's right.
I don't like the sound of that.
Okay. So yeah, you hit one, and the arrow kind of hits it and kind of sinks into the shadow and falls to the floor. It's very odd looking. Ariadna, you have one, or you can get in range of the 3 of them that are 30 feet away, if you would so like.
No. Why would I like to do that?
I'm just giving you options.
I am going to hold the mouth of this staircase so that my companions, if they would like, can get the hell out of here. But I am not going any closer to those things than I have to. Also, I will prepare an attack. If anything does get close to me, I'm going to hit it.
Sounds good. Skippy, you're up.
I will fire first. Nobody's there to give advantage or sneak attack, right?
Nope, and you are 35 feet away, so you'd be firing at disadvantage as well.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. Are you going to use your aim action to negate the disadvantage, or no?
No, I want to be able to move.
Sounds good.
You can still move. Your aim is a bonus action. Oh no, right. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. It zeros the speed.
14 hits.
And that is magical, correct?
Well, that's kind of the question, because the the crossbow is magical, but the arrows are not.
What are you planning on doing? Hitting somebody in the face with the crossbow then?
Yeah. Well,
Smashing him with the butt end.
Yeah, I just fired at him with a regular arrow, so that probably doesn't do nothing. But I will move back towards the stairwell.
Question. For the magical hand crossbow, does it increase your to hit and damage?
It does, yep.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's the key. If it increases the damage, then it must be conveying the magic to the projectile, right?
Yeah. Next up is Freddy.
So how many of these jerks can I see?
You can see 8.
How far am I away from where area is?
Area is 15 feet in front of you.
All right, well, I'm going to try to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level.
Okay. What are you targeting with that?
So I get 4 missiles, right? So
Yep.
I guess I'll send 2 of them at one dude and 2 of them at another dude, whichever ones are closest.
Okay. Are you sending any at the one that both Gaelen and Skippy have shot?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So we'll do your first 2 against that one, and then the other 2 against the one beside it. Okay, so the one that has been shot turns from deeper darkness to the normal darkness of the room in a puff. Okay. And you do some damage to one of the ones that was beside it. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
I think I'm going to get close to Ari.
She is standing in an archway by the stairs, so there's no room beside her because she's taking up the entire doorway.
Well, I said I was going to hold the door so my folks could get past me. I wasn't going to stand in front. It's like we're stuck.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. Okay, yeah. So you're just inside the room then?
Like off to one side a little bit, yeah. Give them space to get in there.
Okay. Fredwin, yeah, you can move up to be beside Ari then. And is Frizzle coming with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next up is Grun.
All right, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on the closest one, so it has to make a Dex saving throw. It has to be 13. Well,
I think
that's
18 does it.
unfortunate. Yeah, that's Yeah, that sucks. So it takes nothing. It entirely avoids it.
Yep. Anything else on your turn?
I will start backing up the stairs a bit. I'll make sure I can keep like the party and the shadows in sight, but I will start making my way up the stairs.
Okay. You being at the back of the line already are about as far back as you can get and still see the shadows in the room.
Okay. Then I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm just gonna move aside to let the squishier people past.
Fredwin walked into the room, so he wasn't going back where you are.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. Crap. Never mind.
Yeah,
Then-
because he wanted to stand beside Ariadna.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll make my way a little bit closer. I'd say maybe if I'm at the very like top of the steps, then, or how long is this stairway?
You're a fair ways down the stairs. It's just if you go any higher, you're not going to be able to see through the doorway to where the shadows are.
Okay, then I'll just hold where I'm at for now.
Okie doke. And now it's their turn.
Oh boy.
Fizzle is barking now.
Hush, guy, hush.
Fortunately, Frizzle has drawn the attention of a couple of the shadows by his mouthy barking, so he's going to get a couple of attacks against him as well. What is Frizzle's armor class?
Well, let's look that up. Armor class 13, I believe.
Okay, so one hit on Frizzle. He takes 4 points of damage.
He's going to despawn.
Oh, okay. Disregard that second roll then.
I'll have to summon him again.
That's an awful lot of ones you just did there.
Yep, that was some terrible rolling.
Save those for when they're trying to hit me.
Oh no, Ariadna, that's a couple of hits.
Mm-hmm.
You take 14 points of damage, and your strength is reduced by 5.
Okay.
Yikes.
Wait, if they got close enough to me, like when they moved in to attack me, didn't I get to use my ready action before or after they hit me?
Probably at the same time.
So do I still get my full strength bonus on the attack?
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
And I do
That's
have a magical weapon.
That's a magic
yes.
weapon.
Thanks again, my Uncle Clor. I love that man.
Okay. So you kill one of the shadows that had been going to attack Fredwin. We'll see if it was on that critical hit him or not. High's bad. Okay, you're getting a critical hit, Freddy.
I will use my reaction to deflect some of that.
Sounds good.
If I can figure out how to do that again.
Wait, which was the hit roll?
It's 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus, Ari.
Okay.
Okay, Freddy, you take 9 points of damage
Ow.
and lose 4 strength.
Did you already level up, Freddy? Because we're level 3 now, you know.
Yeah. Yes.
And you changed your hit points too, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you still standing up?
Yes, I have 5 health,
Well, that's good.
but I only have like 5 strength as well total.
That's okay. We can just get one more turn of those juicy, juicy magic missiles out of you. Then you can die.
And now we're back up to Gaelen.
Okay. So how many have closed in on Fredwin and Barry?
There are 6 left.
Can I come around to flank?
So the one I hit's still up, right?
No, the one that you hit died.
Because that means there are 3 dead.
No, that was the second one that died. Because Freddy killed one with magic missile and then injured another one, and that's the one that you killed. So there's still 6 left.
Okay.
Oh, right. They saved against the Sacred Flame.
Yeah, they sure did. Yes, you can get around one of the shadows to flank it.
Okay. So Galen will stomp his foot down and immediately get all floppy. Now he's using his drunken forms. And he will stumble on through and come around to flank. The first one will be the one that was the most damaged.
None of the ones that are left have been damaged.
Oh, all right then. The one. How many are adjacent to Freddy?
2, and there's 2 adjacent to Ariadna, and the other 2 couldn't get in close enough on that round.
Okay, then I will. I'll target the ones that can get to Freddy first.
Okay.
And so I do have flanking. Is that right?
Yes, you do.
And these are magical.
Okay. That's a hit. Okay, it's still up.
I will spend one of my key to flurry.
Hit. It's still up. And it dissipates into nothing. 1 more down. Ariadna, your turn.
I will hit the other one that's near Freddy if I can reach it.
The shadows will get... There are 2 shadows near you that will get attacks of opportunity against you if you try to do that.
Oh, well, I guess I'll hit one of the ones that's next to me then.
Okay. Yep.
And then with my diminished strength, I will roll damage with the diminished strength bonus, right?
Yep. Okay. So you've injured it. Anything else?
Nope.
If you had any spells to use for smiting, would you have used one on that attack?
Yes.
In this place, you feel a glimmer of light inside you again, and I'll give you a smite roll on that as well.
Oh. How do I do that again?
I think smite just adds extra damage dice, doesn't it?
I have no idea. Like, I haven't got to use it yet, so I'm looking in my D&D Beyond thingy, and I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Wait. Do I have spell slots?
I'm going to say you have one for this.
Okay. So that's an extra 2d8.
Yeah, you might have spell slots, but you didn't prep anything.
And actually, can you roll 2 more d8 because it has vulnerability against radiant. And as you swing your uncle's sword at this shadow, all of a sudden it glows with brilliant light and hacks through the shadow. And as the light fades from your blade, the shadow is gone.
Nice.
That's a mighty fine weapon.
That was my god.
Skippy, you're up.
So how far away am I from people?
You're standing right behind Freddy.
Do I have flanking or the ability to get it?
Yes.
I'll move in for flanking and fire or actually I'll attack twice with my daggers.
Okay.
Wait, are those magical?
You're right. Thank you. I will fire with my crossbow.
You're at disadvantage firing in close range like that.
I will aim to counteract that. I moved. I can't. Never mind.
Moved.
Shoot. I guess I'm doing disadvantage then.
But is he flanking?
Yes. So it cancels the disadvantage.
And this is a whirlwind of emotions.
Nice.
That's a hit.
And I'll get my sneak attack on this one then too, right?
Yeah, I don't see anything about it being immune to sneak attacks.
There you go.
All right, it's still up.
Do I have any movement left?
5 feet.
Yeah, the dreaded 5 feet. Never mind. Well, I got a bonus action. I can retreat with my bonus action, right?
You mean disengage?
Yeah, disengage.
It doesn't give you any extra movement, but yeah.
No, but it wouldn't provoke an attack of opportunity then, right?
That's right.
Okay, I'll disengage then.
Okay, you step 5 feet away safely. Next up is Freddy.
So how many jerks are left?
You've got one right beside you that Skippy has just shot with a bolt in the back. There's another one beside Ariadna, and then 2 more that are coming into combat on their next turn.
All right, well, I'm going to hit him with a 2nd level magic missile again, 2 and 2 on the ones that are closest to me.
Okay. You are in close range with the shadow. So how does that work?
Yeah, there's no attack roll on the magic missile.
Right. Okay.
Put some effort in.
So those first two were on the one that was injured?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. It disappears when you hit it with the 2 magic missiles. And the other 2, were you attacking the one beside Ariadna or the 2 that aren't engaged yet?
The one beside Ari.
Okay. Anything else with your turn?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to complain about being hurt.
Okay.
Oh, boo. Oh, boo-hoo. Wizard got hit finally.
Told you I was going to have damage for everybody. Grun, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm going to use Sacred Flame on one of the ones that was engaging in combat. So same thing, dex save of 13.
It fails.
Nice.
And you double damage since it's radiant.
Figured I just rolled 2 dice. So 5.
Okay, it's still up.
All right, and how hurt is the wizard?
He has 5 hit points left.
Bonus action, healing word.
He says hooray. He's out of range on his speaking. He doesn't have he can't push to talk when he's standing in the kitchen, basically.
Fair. He heals 6 hit points.
Someone keeps casting silence on the wizard.
Okay, so is that it for your turn, Grun?
That is all for me.
Ariadna, you are hit.
Dagnabbit.
Thanks for the 6 health.
10 damage,
That drops me.
and you lose another 4 strength.
Did you get your 3rd level hit points?
Yes, I did.
That one misses Freddy. Oh, Skippy.
But I'm lucky.
21 damage, Skippy. And you lose 3 strength.
Yeah, that drops me. Skippy is no more. Ish.
All right. Back to the top of the order for Gaelen.
Gaelen is like, duh, what the so there's the one that just took out Airy, and there's 2 more closing in behind Gaelen.
There is the one that was beside Airy. There's one in front of Freddy, and there's one that's 10 feet from you beside Skippy's unconscious form.
Okay, am I flanking one with Freddy?
You can't because the shadow that just dropped Skippy would get an attack of opportunity on you if you tried to.
And the shadow that just dropped Airy is the one that's very damaged.
Yes, and it's on the other side of Freddy, but you could get over there without getting an attack of opportunity against you.
I can get over there. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm going after the weakest link.
Okay.
But I don't have flanking, is that correct?
You do not have flanking, no. You kill it. It disappears.
So that, and the other one is still adjacent to Freddy, or?
Yeah, you're actually right beside it now.
Okay, I will step around it to gain flanking.
Yeah, you've got enough movement to do that.
I will spend a key to flurry, which will give me 10 more movement and free disengage.
Wait, why aren't we all playing monks?
I only just got my drunken master. That's the thing. Ignore that. That's what I meant to roll.
Okay, it's still up. Hit. Wow, you drop it. So that one disappears as well.
I will step over to the other one. Now, because it dropped Skippy, there's no one there for me to flank it. Is that right?
That's right. You don't. That was 3 attacks that you've made now, though, isn't it?
No, that's 2.
Okay.
Max damage.
All right. Ari, please give me a death save.
It's just 1d20, right?
That's right. That's a fail.
Yay.
You could inspire.
I can't, actually. I already used it.
Dope.
Plus, Inspire has to be called ahead of time.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we looked up those rules after all the cheating last time.
I just thought I would make the same mistake again for no good reason.
That's fine. Skippy, please give me a death save.
Yes, sir.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not good. Double fail.
No, it's not a double fail. It's just a single fail, but it's by 5 or more. So something bad gets to happen to you.
Oh,
But we'll worry about it after.
Assuming you're not dead.
Yeah, I mean, worse than being dead
Yeah.
is bad.
Well, no, he still has 2 more saving throws. It's just he's going to have some kind of scar from this fight because he failed pretty badly. Freddy, it's your turn.
But chicks are still gonna dig me, right?
We'll see.
As much as ever.
So there's only one of these jerks left, right?
Yep, 1 left. Galen's just hit it once.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast magic missile on it, but I can only do it at first level because I'm out of second level spells.
Okay.
Well, if anything, I'm consistent.
No kidding. 9 damage is enough to kill it. It is gone. There are no more shadows.
Nice one. Kin wizard.
Stop talking and stabilize us.
I was gonna say, seeing that Skippy's in the worst shape, I will bonus action healing word. Or no, I can do a cure wounds.
Yeah, you can just get to him with all of your movement.
Yay, thank you.
So you're at 11 then, because you're at 0.
Awesome.
Gaelen will pick him up to help him up. Say, you were gurgling, kin thief.
And then I'd like to go over and can I just use a medicine to help stabilize Ariadna?
I was going to say, if nobody else is doing anything with their turn, Ariadna, well, actually, it would be Galen's turn next. So are you helping Skippy to his feet, or are you going to try to help Ariadna?
Yeah, no, if she's still dying, then I have.
Can I use my bonus action to use medicine before she has to roll?
No, it's a full action.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can roll medicine. I'm not proficient, but I'm decent.
Okay, so Galen can give us a medicine.
Oi.
Oh my god.
I think you made it worse.
I think this artery goes here.
Please don't murder me while I am down.
Oh god. Well, that's pretty terrible. Ari, you get a failed death save because he critically failed.
Awesome.
And you get to roll one now. Please pass.
Please pass.
Goodness. So that was my my 5 hours before this game was a whole lot of that.
Then why did you even try to heal her?
It was the other guy, babe.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Skippy, Fredwin, or Grun, can any of you do anything to help?
Oh, I certainly hope.
I mean, are there spells available? Because I'd rather do that before trying another.
No. You just have to leave it to the person who does this, the cleric. This is my jam, as you can see.
It's too bad you guys don't have any healing kits, because those automatically stabilize. Yeah, you
It's on
managed
my
to
shopping
stabilize
list.
Ariadna.
Excellent. Yeah, no, that's top on my shopping list is a a few healers kits.
Thank you for the assist, Kin Grun.
Of course. It's what I trained to do. One of the things.
So Ariadna, you will be unconscious for 3 hours unless they get some healing for you.
I can do some healing. It's going to take 10 minutes.
I really did think if I just pushed that thing back in, it would make it better.
Grun just kind of like pats you on the shoulder. I know you thought that.
How are you feeling, Kin Skippy?
Well, I think I saw my entire life flash before my eyes.
It's a rush, isn't it?
I don't know if I like it. Let's try to avoid that in the future.
Generally, I recommend not trying to die.
But now you see why I hang out with this guy, gesturing towards Grun.
Grun just kind of shakes his head, but smirks a little bit, knowing it's not 100% just a joke.
Well, folks, if you're feeling up to it, Ken Skippy, can you just have a once over on this room? And I think maybe we need to secure ourselves here for a little while.
Well, we need 10 minutes. If it's either take 10 minutes or wait 3 hours. However, this is going to be my last spell slot.
I'll hop up and start searching the room.
We might, at this time, have a short rest.
Not the worst idea. Are we gonna take? Well, here's the thing. If we're gonna take a 10-minute, let me do the roll.
I don't find anything.
one way or another, you don't.
Skippy, you find that the injury that you sustained from the shadow is inflamed. You're going to need a curing spell cast on you just to undo the effects of that, even without getting hit points back. And you have disadvantage on all strength checks.
Oh, geez.
Alternatively, it corrects itself in 2 weeks.
Well, everybody just got hit with 12 points of healing, so I imagine that takes care of Skippy's inflammation.
But did you just do a ritual with it?
No, prayer of healing. It's 10-minute, but everybody within 30 feet of me gets healed 2d8 plus my spellcasting modifier, and I would have made sure everybody was within 30 feet when the spell was happening.
Okay, so Skippy, you can choose to either take the 12 hit points or get rid of the inflammation.
I guess I'll take the inflammation.
Like get rid of the inflammation or keep the inflammation and heal 12?
Oh, get rid of the inflammation.
Okay.
Works for me because then we can stop saying the word inflammation.
That's a good enough reason right there.
And then Ariadna, you are actually going to heal 19 hit points because you're technically still at 0.
Awesome. Now that I'm up, are other people still hurt?
Yeah,
Skippy is.
I'm down 13 points.
I am going to attempt to lay on hands and see if that works for like 5 points.
Skippy will flinch away when you go to touch him, but then will kind of grudgingly let you.
When you're laying on hands, who are you thinking about while you're trying to do this?
Skippy, of
Who?
course.
Where are you trying to draw the power from to lay on hands?
Well, let's attempt it thinking about the silver flame, and if that doesn't work, let's attempt it thinking about all the power that's around me because I can feel it. Something's here.
Okay, you attempt with the silver flame and nothing happens. You concentrate on the power around you and nothing happens.
Would it be possible to like discern any deities that might be associated with this particular place?
I'd give you a religion check.
I'm going to broach this topic
I'll
with
assist you on
Grun.
That's my religion check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll assist.
So I'll help Grun.
See, Grun does not know about anything other than Kelemvor. Like that, he learned about Kelemvor. He said, "Screw all the rest of them."
Well,
Yeah, neither of you can discern anything specific here. Like there's, images and symbols of the sun in some of the pictographs, but you don't see anything specific. Maybe there's something in the text that you can't understand, but what you're seeing doesn't help you.
well, hell. I am going to try again, but since this Skippy's uncomfortable being touched, I'm going to attempt to lay on hands myself for 1 point and focus on the light. Does that work? Does that help?
No.
I'm just going to keep trying. So, the sun? How about the sun?
Nope.
The sun and the moon and the stars.
Yeah, all those.
Skippy is almost looking more uncomfortable with Ariadna's laying on hands herself for this long.
Nothing you've tried so far has worked.
I already had somebody shoving things back into me when I was unconscious. If I want to touch myself, that's my own business.
Fair enough.
So do we know anything about the history of this place at all? Like what caused? I don't know if that's circumventing a religion check for a history check, but
The history check would be something entirely different. You can attempt that. I mean, it's obviously some kind of burial shrine for whoever had been in the sarcophagi around here. And based on what you've seen, you would guess that the top floor was to someone related to the religion that you don't know anything about. And then this level looks like it's was reserved for the royal family, the generations of it, perhaps.
So any of the pictographs give us a hint about the race of the people who were here? Were they orcish?
They're certainly not orcish, but you've never seen anybody like the drawings of that you see on the walls either.
All right. Well, I'm going to attempt to meditate on the drawings on the walls and see if that gets me. Like, I would really like to understand what's going on here, why I suddenly was able to smite, and now I still can't connect with my divine. Some things here. So let's meditate a moment on the ancestor spirits. Ancestors of who? I'm not sure, but let's try.
Yeah, Galen will do a little bit of meditation to see if he can gain any insight. No, that's a stretch. So do we think we're going to stop for a short rest, or are we going to press?
I don't know. I think we're pretty beat up and all out of spells and stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? We can't wait a whole other day. We can't wait that long.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch myself and thank Sharo. Oh hey, that worked.
That damn Sharo name again. Not even gonna roll for it.
Skippy, would you like some healing? Or if we're gonna take a short rest, how about we do that and hit dice first and hang on to the maybe of my ability to heal until we run into the next bad thing, because there will be more bad things. There are always more bad things.
Endless bad thing.
Okay, let us spare an hour.
So, question: strength damage is still there or not?
After a short rest, you feel better. All your strength
yay.
has been returned.
Yay!
Do you get any spells back from a short rest?
I think wizards do.
I don't think they do. Just warlocks.
No, wizards do. Clerics and druids and stuff don't, though.
Well, D&D Beyond should let you know if you do the thing.
Yeah, you get arcane recovery. So once per day, when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover. The spell slots can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half your wizard level, rounded up, and none of the slots can be 6th level or higher. So you could get a 2nd level spell slot or 2 1st level spell slots back.
Okay, but it's not a per short rest. It's a once per day
Yeah.
after a short rest. Okay.
Well, then I'll take 1 2nd level spell back.
Okay.
I will get my key points back.
So this level appears to be clear of undead. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I'd like to actually search the room properly and see what might be in here.
Okay, investigation check.
Is anyone still injured?
Skippy still has a scrape on his face. Oh, and we got to figure out what his scar is.
I'll help him on his investigation, just so you...
Thank you for your assistance. It was greatly needed.
Yeah, no problem. So does Skippy retain a scar after that, or was the inflammation?
No, the inflammation was healed by magic, so there's no scar to worry about or anything. It was just inflamed joints and muscles from the necrotic damage.
Okay.
So you're back at your maximum health now.
No, I'm still down 5 hit points.
All right, I will attempt to lay on hands, thinking again about Sharo. Quit squirming, Skippy.
Yeah, it works.
Being that close to him for a while, you notice that he probably needs a bath.
Honey, I noticed that before.
Gaelen will enjoy some booze before we head out.
So rooting around the room, you do find 21 copper pieces across various sarcophagi that were obviously missed by whoever looted this place before you. And there's another stairwell that goes down to a deeper level.
All right, so Grun won't be taking that copper, so unless Gaelen, who helped, takes it, then it stays there.
Unless Gaelen takes the coin. Yeah. No, Gaelen's
Well,
going to take the
yeah.
coin.
No, I figured, but I'm like, you're the only other person that said they were helping, so you'd be the only person seeing it.
Okay, so you guys leave the copper pieces undisturbed in the sarcophagi. And yeah, so the only other thing that you found was the stairwell down.
Shall we assume marching orders?
Yes, but everybody should just be aware that I no longer have any spells for today. So I have my cantrips, but nothing more. No more healing can come from me.
I still have complete faith in your abilities, Grun. Grun.
Here's a question. If I can cast Smite and Lay on Hands now, could I actually prepare spells for my spell slots that I didn't have before?
You can try.
How long does that take?
It's just part of the morning routine, doing prayers and stuff. So you'd actually have to pray to this Charo.
Yeah, that sounds iffy.
Like how I do at dusk every day. That's what.
Yeah, but I mean, praying to somebody thing that I don't know what it is. I'm not really comfortable with that. Like, thinking about it while I cast things, that's one thing. But actual prayers, eh.
It's like a religious gateway drug.
You don't have any spell slots in.
Canary, that one attack that you had, there was something very forceful about it.
Yeah.
It was most impressive.
No, I get that. I don't know. I mean, I'm a pretty practical sort, but I'm not sure really how the Silver Flame would feel about me suddenly switching it up.
Do you feel like you're being unfaithful?
That's
Well, sometimes I think needs must.
Ryan, I have a quick question. Is the wall a thing in your world? Like in the afterlife?
The wall? I'm not familiar.
Okay. Then probably not then. The wall is I'm pretty sure is Forgotten Realms, and people who switch gods or like betray their gods for whatever reasons get attached like to the wall, like they become a part of the wall, and then they slowly become more and more a part of the wall, and their consciousness is slowly slipped away until they become a part of the wall, but they never truly lose their consciousness. It's like an eternal punishment thing.
There's nobody has ever heard of anything like that happening across any of the religions that you know.
Okay, because otherwise Grun was gonna be like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, well, Grun knows no other religions but his own, so I'm not sure that's really comforting.
Yeah, no, fair, absolutely fair. He is just like, what other gods? There's no other gods. There's just Celeborn. You're all mistaken.
Canary, does your god believe in redemption?
Yes.
Yeah, but, well, the Silver Flame isn't so much a god as it is a celestial force composed of a multitude of noble spirits. And I think, given the circumstances and the enemy we fight, I think that the Silver Flame would be okay with this.
Well, I think that you're using this god to save your god, aren't you?
My divine, again, the Silver Flame isn't a god as you think of them.
I think you do what you feel is right whenever the event occurs. Sort it out later.
You know how I feel about it, Ari. It's really up to you, but I think the gods are just kind of, out for they have their own rules and their own games, and who are we to question what they want to do? But mostly, I think they're jerks. I'm not trying to say it's wrong. I'm just saying, follow your heart or something like that.
Well, may the Silver Flame forgive me if I'm wrong, but my divine is made up of a multitude of spirits, and it seems that this Sharo spirit wishes to share power with me. Who am I to say no?
Sounds just about right to me.
I need you to say the actual words that you're praying to Charo.
I do.
You gain all of your spell slots and paladin abilities.
And I still feel like I need a silkwood shower. So am I down the one spell slot for the smite, or was that just a tempting taste?
That was just a tempting taste.
All right. I am going to take Grun aside while people are doing whatever they're doing after this whole deciding to pray to, this Sharo thing that I know absolutely nothing about, and ask him for a favor
Of course.
Yep.
What do you need?
via private message.
Well, Fredwin, Kin Fredwin, I must say I was also quite impressed with those swirly whirly things you were chucking all over the place. Very, very nice.
I like to think of them as magic missiles.
Ineloquent name, but all right.
Well, I didn't make it up. Somebody else did. Wizards, they're kind of boring. I'm just... Now I have to do another ritual to get Fizzle back, and I miss the little guy.
Well, how much
But we don't
time do
have
you
time
need?
for that right now. A little over an hour.
I have a feeling that it won't be that long until we can have that long, long rest. It may be longer than we wish.
So couldn't you have done that while we were having our short rest with everybody else getting hit dice back, or did you need hit dice too?
Yeah, you needed to take the short rest as a short rest where you weren't doing anything else if you want those spell slots back. Is everybody ready to continue on?
Yep.
Ready's ready.
Yep.
All right. So you've got another stairwell that's fairly close to the one that you came out of that continues deeper into the ruins.
I will go up to the stairs and start checking them for traps.
Investigation, please.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you continue on down the stairs and you don't see any signs of traps and nothing goes off.
Even better. What do my halfling eyes perceive when I see the bottom?
There's another floor below. It's similar to the floor above. There are many, except there are even more pillars than there were on the floor above. And the walls nearby, you see no pictures or runes upon them.
Well, I'll describe what I see to the rest of the crew and ask if they think that I should sneak into the room and scout it out.
Do you remember what happened to our last scout?
Good point.
We should probably all stay together.
Agreed. Let's press in formation.
Okay, you guys enter the room and you find between the pillars there are dozens of sarcophagi in here. And also there are alcoves carved into the walls where you can see there were remains placed as well.
I'll use Eyes of the Grave again. So 60 feet, detect undead.
You don't sense anything in here.
That was unexpected.
Still be careful, but yeah, I don't sense anything at least.
All right, I guess we move forward.
How big is this room?
It's probably about 150 feet across and square again.
Okay, so then that means I only know that within 60 feet of us, there's no undead, and there could still
That's
be
correct.
some hiding.
And is that a thing that it has a duration, or?
It's till the end of my next turn, so it's a very brief thing. So it's 6 seconds.
So what are you guys going to do?
Let's move forward about 60 feet, and then I could use a divine sense.
See, Fizzle's back already.
Galen's paying attention to the ground. If there's any tracks or anything in the dust.
Give me a survival check.
I will aid him on that.
You do find steps in the dust, and they head towards the eastern part of the room.
So did we go in the 60 feet yet?
Yeah, by the time you go 60 feet, you're getting close to the edge of the room on that side with the tracks.
Divine sense, which would also detect any undead or evil within 60 feet.
You don't sense anything.
Shall we pursue these tracks carefully?
Onward.
Okay, the tracks lead you to another doorway that continues with a stairwell down.
Shall we?
I will proceed to start checking for traps on the way down.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
With me in front again, slightly.
You don't find anything, and no traps go off.
So what do we see at the bottom?
This floor is very much the same as the one above, except even larger in scale. And you can't see all the way across it in any direction where the stairs bring you down to.
Can we see where the footprints go still?
When you get down to this floor, the surroundings that you can see look very similar to the floor above, but it's so large that your dark vision isn't seeing across the entire floor in any direction.
Can we still see the footprints?
Make a survival check.
I'll aid her.
Actually, yes, Skippy, you should probably be making.
Oh, well, if Skippy's doing it, then I'll aid Skippy. How about that?
I'm easy whichever way.
Well, as a scout, he gets a double proficiency on survival and nature.
Yeah.
So there's a 16.
Yep, you definitely see the tracks. They're even clearer than they were up top, and they head off towards the eastern part of the room. Everybody give me perception checks, please. Ari, you hear soft noises in the direction of the footprints in the dust and sand.
I'm going to gesture everyone else to be quiet. And then I'm going to do one more divine sense.
There's nothing in the range of your divine sense that you can feel.
Okay, well then I'm going to move forward 30 feet, which would be that would put me at the end of my next turn, right?
Yep.
So can I sense anything from out there? I
need you to make or you weren't trying to be stealthy while you were moving or anything? You're just walking forward?
Yeah, I'm a plate turtle. I'm not going to fool anybody into thinking I'm not here.
Okay. So you're leading the group forward then 30 feet?
That's the plan.
Yeah, I definitely follow her forward.
Okay. And as you move forward, you hear a voice, deep and rumbling. It says, "Who dares interrupt my work?"
Candygram?
Can we hear where the voice is coming from? Or is it this omnipresent kind of a thing?
It's definitely coming from ahead of you.
Survivors of Korthun come to prevent you from continuing.
Well, don't tell him that.
Korthun, how did you escape the blockade around the city?
It's not for you to know.
I will learn it from your corpse then. Hounds!
Uh-oh.
Initiative, please.
Banana.
Ha ha ha.
I guess you and I are rolling off.
Oh, Skippy.
You're such a show-off.
Well, I couldn't let you be faster.
Never mind. You're before me because you have a +2 and I have a -1.
That was your chance, Skippy. But to be honest, I'd rather have saved the 20 for an attack.
Me too.
Okay. Gaelen, you're going first. You can't see anything at this point. It's out of range of your dark vision.
I will move forward, draw my longbow, of course. Moving forward until I have moved forward 45 or I see something, whichever comes first.
You're going to move forward 45 until you see something. Okay, let me check here.
Stump.
You move ahead 30 and you can see a hound that is to your right, that is 45 feet away, and there's another one that you can see to your left that is also 45 feet away.
Oh, well, let's work from left to right. I'll shoot the one on the left.
That's a hit. Okay, you get a good solid hit on it, and it just growls and continues coming forwards.
I will spend 1 key point to take a dodge action using my patient defense.
Okay, Skippy, you're up.
Okay, I will ready an action. I'm gonna see what the paladin's gonna do, and then can I use do my action after she moves?
No, that isn't how their ready action works. You have to prepare a specific action to something happening. You can't
No,
pause your turn.
right. Okay, I think I understand. I'll ready an action that as soon as I see a hound, I will fire at it.
Okay. Next up is the hounds. Okay. So Gaelen is at the edge of the dim torchlight, so you can't see anything beyond him, but you can hear the snarling of hounds approaching, and one hound comes in from the right towards Ariadna and takes a bite.
So do I get my attack now, or
Yep, that's a miss.
that? Oh,
And it misses Ariadna. Gaelen, you see 4 hounds closing in on you. One of them is particularly larger than the other 3, and it's closing in on your left. Nobody else can see it in the torchlight. And Grun, you can see 2 smaller hounds closing in on Gaelen and the large one.
So the hounds that they just closed in on me but didn't get to me. Is that right? Or
That's right. They're 5 feet away from you still. They didn't have quite enough movement to get you. And then it is Fredwin's turn.
I was just going to mention the positions of the hounds of the people who don't have dark vision.
Okay.
So can you kind of just I don't know, are there some dogs that I can know about that are kind of clumped up?
There's none that are clumped up right beside each other, if that's what you're looking for.
20-foot area.
You have dark vision, right?
I'm a half elf.
Yeah. So you can actually see one that Grun couldn't see that's a little further out. So there's 3 in a 20-foot area.
I am going to cast sleep on those 3 dogs.
Wait, aren't undead immune to sleep?
They're not undead, are they? I thought they were just hounds.
Oh, they're undead.
Oh, well, I wasn't aware of that. Well, never mind then. I can't do that.
that would have been really good if you could, though.
All right, then. My thought is to cast protection from evil and good on Ari to protect her from undead.
Okay.
Aw,
What bonuses does that give Ari?
I think he's sweet on me.
Protection grants creatures of these types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Sounds good. And anything else on your turn?
I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Next up, we have a tie. I'm going to give that to Ariadna because Grun's deck sucks.
Yeah, +2 versus -1. I wonder who wins.
Alrighty, you said there was one of the dogs is near me now.
Yep.
I will attack it, and the whole time I'm attacking it, I will be shouting a very loud string of curses. You'd have to bleep a lot.
Sounds good. It's a hit.
Let's throw a smite on there too.
That's an excellent idea.
4. That's for my sword. And these guys have disadvantage, right? So should I do 48 then?
Zombies don't have vulnerability to radiant, but what it does is it stops them from being able to roll their undead fortitude, so they die if they take any radiant.
Oh, right. But smite does an extra 1d8 against undead.
Right, yeah.
So that's
But
3d8 then?
her sword damage by itself would have killed it.
Oh, well then I don't want to do the smite.
Well, then I get to roll to see if it stays up.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It doesn't matter what she rolled on the smite, just the fact she added radiant would keep it dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay, well, I'll do this might then after all.
Okay, it goes down. Anything else on your turn, Ariadna?
I'm going to make sure I am within 5 feet of the squishies.
The squishies are behind you. So Gaelen is 20 feet in front. Skippy is right behind you. Fredwin is 10 feet behind Skippy, and then Grun is at the back.
All right, well, I guess I'm going to stay in front of Skippy, but within 5 feet if possible, and yell at Fred to move up.
Yep, that's where you are right now. Grun, your turn.
So how many dogs are we aware of in this room now?
You can see 2 smaller ones and 1 larger one in front of Gaelen.
Are they within 30 feet of each other?
Of each other, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get into position that I'm within 30 feet of them. I'm gonna pull out my symbol to Kalimvor and I'm going to yell at them, "Begone, you foul dogs!" And I'm going to channel my divinity and try turn undead.
All right. What do we have to roll against that?
They have to make a will saving throw. They have to save against a DC 13.
Okay. One of the dogs is turned, so it has to run away from you on its turn.
All right, so for the next minute or until it takes damage, it has to run away from me. It can't willingly move within 30 feet of me. It can't take reactions. And for its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape. If there's nowhere for it to go, it can use dodge.
Okay, so on its turn, it'll be running away then. Okay, last guy for the turn. Let me just check some stuff here. Okay, he doesn't move super fast. Gaelen and maybe Fredwin. Grun can also see it. Yeah, and Fredwin at the very edge of your vision. You can see this huge lumbering figure coming forward. He's got a large whip in his hand that glows a sickly green color, and he has eyeless sockets that, even without eyes, seem to stare at you all with malice, and smiles with sharp, filed teeth. And he says,
I see the shaman did not heed my warning. The lives of the orcs are forfeit then. Begone from this place, and perhaps I shall be generous and suffer the orcs to live when my work is done.
I was to say, what makes you think that any of us would believe you after what you did to Korthun?
Very well.
and Gaelen, it's your turn.
Okay, so there was 2 small hounds and 1 large one on me, but Grun turned how many?
He turned 1. The one on your left looks frightened, and then there's one on your right that's just a 5-foot step away, and then there's a larger one that's 20 feet away, another smaller one that's about 25 feet away, and then the big guy that just stepped forward is 20 feet in front, but you'd have to walk past undead dogs to get to him.
And the only one that was closer to everybody else was the one that ran up and Airy squished.
That's right.
Is one of the dogs that's beside me the one that I shot?
No.
I'll attack the small one.
Okay. That's a hit. And you kick this thing, your foot goes right through it, and it kind of slouches away. Then it gets back up and keeps on coming.
I'll spend a key to flurry.
Okay.
Same one.
Same thing. You manage to hit it, and it's in shambles, but it is not dead. It just refuses to die.
Well, I refuse to stop kicking it.
There's really almost nothing left of this thing, and yet it continues to come forward and try to bite you. Is that all that you're doing on your turn?
I will disengage and use my 55 movement to run back and square up with Airy.
Can you disengage after you've used...
My drunken master ability is that when I flurry, I get a free disengage and 10 more speed.
Okay. So you did have to move 5 feet up to it to attack it. So you've got 50 left. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go back and just square up with Ari and the rest of the group.
Okay. Do you want to be on Aries' right side or on the left side between her and Grun?
Is one of those in front of Freddy?
Everybody's in front of Freddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, just park me between her and Grun. Unless the other side also offers some protection for Skippy.
I mean, Skippy's behind Ariadna right now. So, I mean, it's up to you where you want to be.
Okay, put me on the other side of Ariadna so that if anything wanted to get through, they'd have to go between Ari and Grun.
Okay, sounds good. Skippy, you're up.
All right, and there's still what's left of that dog coming towards me.
It is 35 feet away from you.
I'll aim and get rid of
Okay,
the thing.
that's a hit. And it finally dies.
Show off.
Okay, that's one of 100?
It's the dog's turns. Okay, Grun, you are being flanked by one of the smaller dogs and one of the larger ones.
Yeah.
Does that mean that Ari and Grun are flanking that one of those dogs?
No. Ari is a 5-foot step away from the big dog and 10 feet from the smaller one.
I thought Grun was only 5 feet away from me.
He is, yeah. The way that it's set up, they're kind of kitty corner across from. I can take a picture if you'd like to see.
That would maybe be helpful.
No worries, Grun can take it.
Yeah. About that.
Our cleric turns into an undead. I'm gonna be pissed.
About that, folks.
He'd still be my favorite cleric.
Okay, if you click on that picture and see it blown up
I
there.
see it.
Okay, so the big guy is in front of Grun, and then there's a little one behind, and there's a little one that is almost at Grun, and then there's the rest of you clustered on the other side.
Man, I look really cool in that picture.
Yeah, you do.
In that picture.
Grun, you take 20 points of damage and make a Constitution saving throw, please. DC 10. You're fine. Next up is Fredwin.
That's not the word I'd have chosen, but sure.
And is that another small dog near Grun?
Yes.
So, it only works with holy damage, the kind of thing that actually kills them, right?
Yeah, to make sure that they stay dead, it's radiant. Or a critical hit.
Well, I am going to cast level 1 magic missile, all 3 of them on the dog that's to the big one there.
Okay.
Wait, each one of those is a +3? Oh,
Each
I
one
see
gets a
what you did.
+1.
I see what you did there.
So that big dog takes a pounding, and he snarls at Fredwin. Not impressed in the least. Anything else?
I'm going to move to within 5 feet of Ari.
Do you want to be on Aries' left side?
Yes. Or wait, that would put me like right in front of that big dog, right?
I'm gonna have to move next round, probably.
Yeah, so let me just get like right behind where right behind her almost. To the right.
Behind me.
Yeah.
Okay, you are behind Gaelen. Next up is Ari.
I am going to step forward next to Grun and take a swing at that big dog.
Okay. Yeah, it's a hit.
That's my sword. And here come the smite. So that, wait. Is that 3d8?
It's not vulnerable. I don't remember how much damage it does.
Yeah, it's 2d8 normally, plus 1d8 if it's undead.
Okay.
Okay. You drop it.
I'm good then. Done.
Grun, your turn.
Alright, so I'm going to, since that's down now, I'm going to 5-foot step.
No!
You've still got one beside you, Grun.
And you've got me beside you.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping I could 5 foot step and get both of them in this, but it wouldn't work. So I'm gonna instead use Sacred Flame on the little one that's beside me. So dex save of 13.
Oh, -1.
Ow.
Oh, come on.
It's still up.
Yeah, and that's gonna be it. But I'm just gonna say to Ariadna, if you still have that laying on trick handy, could use it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And the big guy, seeing his big dog dead, is not very happy.
A paladin with a god left. I'll make sure to finish yours.
And he steps forward. And with his big whip, he takes a couple of strikes here.
At me, I assume,
Yep.
with Freddy's protection on, right? If he is undead, I assume,
Right.
with like no eyeballs.
Yes, he is. So that's attacking at disadvantage.
What was the rules of that again, Fred?
Yeah, disadvantage on attack rolls and can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
14 misses, right?
Correct.
Thank goodness for disadvantage.
Does 17 hit?
Nope.
All right. So he lashes his whip at you a couple of times, but protective magics are obviously taking effect to save you from the big bad. Back to the top of the order with Gaelen.
Speaking of the big bad, all we have left is big bad and one little guy.
Two little dogs.
Two little dogs. So the one is 10 away from Grun, and where's the other little one?
There's one behind Grun that he
right.
hit for a couple of damage.
Right, I forgot he just he nicked him. Okay, all right. I feel like I should probably close in on the big guy, but we should maybe focus. So I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to flank the little one with Grun.
Okay.
And attack.
That's a hit. And it goes down.
Finally. Start to think I didn't have any punch in these feet.
That's the problem with doing damage with fists, is it's not big damage, so the save isn't as hard for them.
I will flurry. Close on the...
I assume you're going up to the other small one?
Yeah, the small one just, I guess, south of him, in front of him a little bit.
Okay.
I think that takes me to 40 movement. Yeah, and I'll, him.
Hit. You hit it hard, but it's not going down.
Let me hit it again.
Hit. That one went down.
I will use the last of my movement to step back to be within 5 of Airy.
How much movement do you have in a turn?
I normally have 45. If I flurry, 55.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you can manage that then.
Stumbling awkwardly the whole way.
Sounds good. Skippy, you're up.
Alrighty. Well, I will. There's no more dogs, right?
All the dogs are dead, and the big guy is 15 feet away from Ariadna in front.
Okay. I will peek around Ariadna and fire my crossbow.
I took a sidestep away from you to get next to Grun, so you're not right next to me anymore. You might want to know that.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just fire my crossbow.
If you scoot over like about 15, you can be behind us.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll scoot over, and then I'll take a shot.
Okay. Yeah, you're within 30 feet, so no disadvantage on it. That's a hit.
And Skippy downs him in one shot.
Maybe not.
That'd be the worst boss of all time. Okay. He looks irritated. The dogs are all dead. Fredwin, you're up.
All right. Well, am I still close enough to Airy to get the bonus, the 5-yard thing?
No, you can take a 5-foot step diagonally, and you'd be close to her.
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, I guess I'll do that after my turn because I'm gonna gonna use my last bag of tricks here. And that would be axe beak. Not what I was hoping for, but okay.
Okay, are you going to throw it 20 feet ahead?
I'm gonna throw it at the guy, yeah.
Okay, it falls 5 feet short, but that's fine.
And then with my bonus action, tell it to attack the guy.
Okay, make an attack roll.
What is it again?
It's an axe beak. It's like an ostrich.
All those things are vicious. What's its name?
Alfred.
That's a miss.
Probably a bit disoriented from just being put into existence.
Yeah, just a little. Anything else on your turn, Fredwin?
Other than moving close to Airy, no.
You are now close to Airy. Okay, next is
That milkshake
Airy.
brings all the boys to the yard.
Yeah, you're right in the middle of a cluster of warriors here.
Everybody knows Aerie. She likes to lay on hands.
I am going to lay on hands for Grun. Let's do 6.
Then we're on to Grun's turn.
And I'm going to Sacred Flame the big bad. So dex save 13.
He fails.
Come on, Grun. Big bucks, no Emmys.
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
Get them where they count.
Wait, that wasn't healing. How did you roll well?
I don't know. I must have stolen somebody else's roll for that.
Grun must be reflecting on who this guy is and who he cost us.
Yeah, exactly. Grun's.
That's fair. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Is there still the dog near me?
No, all the dogs are dead.
All the dogs are dead. No, I'm gonna take them. Actually, are there any pillars or anything in this room?
Yes, there are.
Okay, I'd like to move to one of the pillars so that he doesn't have a direct line of sight on me if possible.
Sure.
That'll be my turn.
I've moved you 30 feet away behind a pillar so that he can't see you directly. And it's his turn. That's a hit on the axe beak.
Hang in there, little axe beak. I want to flank off you.
And the axe beak takes 13 points of damage.
He's still hanging in there.
Sorry, what was his name again?
Alfred.
And he takes another 12 points of damage.
Boy.
So long, Al.
Yeah, better Al than us.
Kind of what I figured when I summoned him. I was hoping for something with a little bit more health, though, like a tiger or a bear.
Gaelen, you're up.
Okay, there's nothing in between most of our group and him. Grun has removed himself, but there's nothing around. That's it, right?
That's right.
Okay, Gaelen will go in and around to commence his flanking on the other side, or potential flanking on the other side. And he will flying corkscrew headbutt, shouting something like, "Let me show you what Yuri the Gentle taught me, noble crap face."
Noble crap face?
Wow, that really hurt his feelings. Gaelen is no bard. That's a miss.
I believe I don't have any more key. 3. So
Yeah,
no,
I'm
I
pretty
don't.
sure you spent them
Yeah,
all.
because I did that dodge the first thing. So I can't flurry, but I'll just do my normal second attack.
That's a hit. Okay. Skippy, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a moment and aim and fire with advantage.
Sounds good.
Nice. Juicy sneak attack. Holy smokes, bud.
Get it like that.
All right. Now it is Fredwin's turn.
Somebody yell at the guy, "Hey, crap face," and then cast second level magic missile.
Okay. He's going to have a really bad ego when it comes to his face.
Well, he doesn't have eyes, right? He's just...
Yeah, but it never bothered him before now. All right. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Ariadna.
Where am I in position to everybody else?
You've got 15 feet in front of you before you get to the big guy, and Skippy is behind you, and Fredwin is also behind you.
And the Gaelen and Grun are flanking the big guy, right?
No, Grun ran away. He's hiding behind a pillar.
Oh, okay.
Gaelen is behind the big guy right now.
Okay. Well, I will move forward and attempt to flank with Gaelen.
Okay. That's a hit.
That's my sword, and here comes my smite. Last one.
Okay. Yeah, he's hurting. When you hit him with your sword that time, he's like smoking from the wound that you dealt him. And Grun, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna pop out from the pillar and Sacred Flame. So Dex of 13.
He fails.
5 more radiant.
His turn.
And then I use the rest of my movement to pop back behind the pillar.
Yeah, I figured.
And I'm going to try and draw his
3
attention.
health. 3 health left. I can't get hit.
I think you probably got his attention with that smite.
Yeah.
18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Okay, make an athletics check, please.
Well, I failed that one.
He wraps his whip around your sword, and you can hear it sizzling in the acidic grip, and he rips it out of your hand, and it goes flying off into the darkness, and he attacks again.
Oi.
You take 12 damage. Some of that is acid damage, and your armor class is reduced by 1 as this acid whip wraps around you, and you can see scars instantly forming in the metal.
Okay.
And Gaelen, you're up.
Headbutt. I say headbutt.
Galen shouts, "Get off my paladin!"
That's a miss.
Meh. Second attack.
This zombie has real armor on. You can feel it when your fist connects with it.
How about a
Oh, God.
nat 20? Yeah, crits are a little underwhelming when you're dealing a d4.
So you headbutt him again, and you feel his back snap, but he continues to fight. Is that it for your turn?
That is.
Skippy.
I will peek around Ariadna and fire again. And I have advantage, right? Because he's flanked right now?
No, you're not in a flanking position with him. But if you aim, you'd have advantage.
Okay, I'll aim then.
That's a hit.
Good call.
And he goes down.
Oh, yeah. One little bolt.
I'm going to wheeze. Little help here, guys. I think I'm still in this whip thingy.
Galen helps untangle her and says, "Kinari, where's your weapon?"
Off there somewhere.
There's a little half smile on the corner of his mouth when he says that.
I will restrain myself from punting him. Visibly. That messed up my sword. We're going to have words.
Speaking of that, make sure he's actually like completely dead and not like faking it. Double tap.
I suppose a head removal is prudent.
Well, that, and then Grun will hit him with a Sacred Flame. That radiant damage in there, just in case.
I'm going to stomp around and look for my sword.
You find your sword.
I'm going to talk lovingly to my sword.
You can see it, the same as what happened to your armor. There are marks burned into the blade where the whip had wrapped around it.
How big is this whip? Is it like a standard sized whip, or?
No, it's a large-sized whip for an ogre.
All right, so no way we could take that with us.
Oh, maybe we could take it with us. We couldn't wield it though.
I was thinking yeah, it'd be unwieldy, and then how do you deal with the acid? Yeah, maybe not.
Skippy would like to do what all rogues do best and loot the corpse of the fallen undead lord.
Sounds good.
So how badly damaged is my sword?
You can tell what she's worried about.
Oh, I know what she's worried about.
If it's mostly just a scar on her weapon, then Gaelen will say something like, Kinari, that will make an excellent reminder of when you defeated this brute.
I'm going to roll a 1d100. If I roll 1 through 80, it loses 1 point of damage. If I roll 81 through 100, it loses its magical ability.
Okay, Galen says nothing if the damage is that significant.
Don't worry about it. It'll buff right out.
And the sword has -1 damage on it.
Can it be repaired?
Are any of you weaponsmiths?
No.
No, but we could hire one. Maybe.
Anything that can be created can be repaired by someone. Wait a minute, why are you rolling again? What's that?
So we gotta look around and try to figure out why this guy was in here.
I think we're going to wait right here and figure out why he's rolling.
You find on his person 1,200 copper pieces and 6 gold pieces.
That is a lot of copper.
Yeah.
Well, I give everybody a gold piece to start because there's 6 of them, right? So that leaves 1 left over. What are we going to do with the 12? The 1,200 copper? What's that?
That's what we have Vin Diesel and a mule for.
Well, we get 2,000 each, and then there's slush fund.
It's 24 pounds of copper coins.
Mule. I think for now we leave it here until we're finished investigating.
I agree. Let us investigate.
I'll put the last one in party funds. Last gold piece.
Perhaps you should reimburse yourself for hiring Pug.
Oh, I
See,
guess so.
seems fair.
I'm agreeable with that.
All right, that's fair. Yeah.
Or perhaps you should get that magical wand for hiring Pug.
Magical wand?
What magical wand?
The one Fredwin got.
Lots of staff.
Yeah, staff's not really going to do Skippy much good.
I don't think I know what to do with that.
Well, sell it.
I think I know what to do with that.
Why you guys keep trying to take away my new staff?
Shall we head towards where this guy came from?
I think so.
Yes.
Oh wait, did somebody decapitate him?
I thought Grun was going to hit everything with a sacred flame.
Yeah, Grun made sure it's dead.
Oh yeah. All the undead got hit with some radiant before we left.
Okay. So you guys continue towards where he is, and you see that there is a lot of sand the further that you go in here. And it appears that there's a doorway, an archway in the side of the ruins that you're in, and sand has flowed in to this room. And the big guy appears to have been clearing sand from the area for quite some time. Obviously, he was looking for something in this area.
Mold earth, would that work on sand?
Yes, it would.
Well, then you know what I'm doing. I'll pull out my trusty old shovel. Every time I pull the shovel out, I look at it for a minute before I use it. I think of Father Sean. And then I use the magic within the shovel, and I'll move the first 15 cubic feet of sand.
All right. Yeah, you move a fair bit of sand around. There's a much larger clear space on the ground now that you can investigate if you so choose.
I'll kind of keep shoveling away for a little bit more. Just try to open up so it's easily navigatable.
Okay. How long do you want to dig for?
I'll take 20 minutes.
Okay. You dig around for 20 minutes, and yeah, you clear out a fair bit of space.
Galen will relieve him. Come and hand him his cask and go, have a drink. I'll take that for a bit.
All right. I'll trade off and have myself a drink.
Maybe we should investigate what we've already uncovered first, in case, the thing we're looking for is already uncovered.
You guys could have been doing that while I was shoveling stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking all around.
Okay, give me some investigation checks.
I will also look, I guess. Fred, you've been hiding out some keen investigative skills there on us.
Not exactly hiding, more like just kind of lazy sometimes.
Freddy, you discover a secret panel in the floor underneath the sand that Grun has moved out of the way.
Hey guys, check this out.
It's a secret door. Let me check it for traps.
Gaelen returns Grun's shovel and snatches his cask back.
Oh, Grun only took enough to wet his mouth.
You don't find any traps on it.
I think it's clear.
Well, let's see what it does.
I'll start to try to pry up one side of it and see if I can lift it up or whatever.
Does anybody have like a crowbar or something?
I have a big acidic whip I could use to dissolve the door, maybe.
I was going to bring a crowbar, but I decided against it. Why would I need a crowbar?
Too heavy.
Would a shovel work?
Only if you wanted to risk breaking it.
Maybe.
Notice I did not offer up my sword.
The big bad guy just had whips and that was it?
Yeah, he just had the whip and the large-sized armor that he was wearing, and then all the coins. He didn't have anything else on him.
And people were clearing this sand. What is there anything around that they were using to do so?
Nope.
Any of the sarcophaguses have weapons?
No, you don't find anything in any of those. It's all just dust.
I have a small knife. Would that work?
To try, I guess.
I'll hand my small knife over.
All right, I try with a small knife to pry it underneath the thing.
Okay, give me a strength check.
I'll help if possible.
This is a one-man job with a little knife.
I could try.
figured.
How about a natural 20?
You go, Skippy.
Well, that's impressive. So your little rogue shimmies this knife into the seam and manages to pry up the doorway. And you find another staircase leading down.
Ah, jeez.
And I think we'll leave it there for tonight.